Soldiers on the table march in line. Painted shields and swords, they shine so fine. Dice roll like thunder, sealing fate. In this battle of ours, let's not be late. Wargaming in miniature, no war too small. Battles on the tabletop, we'll conquer all. Heroes made of plastic, armies clash and roar. Wargaming in miniature, let's fight some more. Kings and castles rise where Soda can stood. Mountains made of books, it's a cardboard wood. Strategy of giants on a scale so flee. We topple empires with a cup of tea. Wargaming in miniature, no war too small. Battles on the tabletop, we'll conquer all. Heroes made of plastic, armies clash and roar. Wargaming in miniature, let's fight some more. Battlegrounds in living rooms, legends unfold in the chaos of dice. Our stories are told from the rookies of war to generals wise. The fate of tiny worlds lies in our eyes. Snacks to the side and the glue close by. We men, broken warriors, give them one more try. Cavalry rides beneath the lamp's warm light. On this tiny frontier, we rewrite the fight. Wargaming in miniature, no war too small. Battles on the tabletop, we'll conquer all. Heroes made of plastic, armies clash and roar. Wargaming in miniature, let's fight some more. Let's fight some more. Let's fight some more. No.
He's in roll 20, just not
How's everybody doing?
I think we're doing all right. How are you doing?
Just peachy?
Peachy, huh?
Yeah, peachy.
All right. Peachy is good. Okay, let me drag. There we go. We're going to do a little retcon tonight. We're going to back up time about a few hours.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. So you guys it'll be right about when Mason passed out.
Yeah, I remember.
Basically just to introduce the new players as well. So
we like more to the Brotherhood. Yeah, welcome to the Brotherhood, my brothers.
Mason's putting fries in the oven.
Oh yeah, I love fries.
Yeah, fries are the best.
Nothing better than a French fry. Especially, I like the especially the wedges.
You like wedges better? That's kind of like just
Yeah, with
potatoes, though, right? That's just potatoes.
the skin on them.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm a ketchup person, not mayonnaise. I like ketchup on my fries.
I think people that put mayonnaise on their fries are kind of weird.
When I was in Germany, uh, they would have these French fry stands along the sides of the road. You could stop and just order something. They call them pommes frites. And the default was mayonnaise. You had to tell them no mayonnaise. And when you ask for ketchup, they look at you like you're crazy, but they have it because they know how Americans are.
I've always been a purist. Good food should not require condiments. A little bit of salt, good to go.
I
Yeah, I
do,
like
I
fries
do like, I
flavor.
do like some salted fries. That's when I
Depends on
like
the fries.
when my wife cooks fries, I'll sneak a fry or two off of there while it's still just hot on the off the oven. But
Sometimes
then
I eat them plain myself.
but then I'll put ketchup on it afterwards. Okay, so we're waiting
But
for
depends on
waiting for
the
Mason to get back from his French fry tour, and we're waiting for Laz, who just showed up. Okay, so we're good. Let's give Mason just a few seconds so he can get back. He's putting fries in the oven or something. It'll just take a second, and then we'll get started. We'll get this show on the road. There's going to be not much of a recap, but there's going to be a for Mason and Shogun. There's going to be a little bit of a retcon to get
Okay.
to get you guys back to where these new players show up. Okay, so I should have a map available where you guys see the Long Meg, right, and the daughters. Do you not?
Yeah, I got it.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good, good, good,
These
good.
are the standing stones, right?
It's the standing stones. That's right. The
Okay.
circles of the standing stones. Well, I'm going to go into a description on that here in just a moment. But we've got a couple of new players, right? We've got GM Laz. He's playing Cadmus, Sir Cadmus. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I've got a piece of art that I'm going to show everybody. And there you go. There is Sir Cadmus, right? And then we also have Anji. He's playing Sir Roland, which he might appreciate what I've done to his little shield art on his shoulder.
Very nice.
And
Oh, that's sweet. Nice.
and then we've got Gwyneth, which is played by Mason. Okay, he's right there. And then
Nice.
finally, last but not least, we've got Sir Sanson, played by Shogun. Okay.
Man, this will make me want to paint some Bretonians.
I know, right? Well, that's technically what you guys all are, really. Because I think the Warhammer Bretonians were all inspired by Arthurian legends. So
Oh,
Yeah.
totally, yeah.
you know, with the Green Knight and the Guinevere and all that. I don't know. I haven't played Warhammer in I don't know how many years, but
I have
Actually, just got
I have
Hail
one
Caesar,
concern.
which is pretty cool.
okay, he's got a concern.
my squire's name is Roland.
Well, maybe not anymore. Now he's Sir Roland. No, no, no.
Yeah, so there's Big Roland and Little Roland.
Yeah, there's
Right.
there's Sir Roland and then just Roland, right?
For now.
And remember, you can always give him a description too. It's Roland of whatever or whatever the deal is.
Mine's rolling the dogged.
There you
Let's see. He is 15. He is Roland the Pimply.
Oh.
Hey, Gwyneth, did you get enough caffeine tonight?
Yes,
go. Okay,
it was
so
extenuating circumstances. They do not apply today.
so I want to give a little backstory before I go into what is on the table. Gwyneth and Sanson, you've played for a couple of years now in the campaign. Recently, there were some knights added to Sir Robert's household, and that would have been Cadmus and Roland. So you recognize them as they ride up on their horses. You two recognize them as compatriots from back home. You don't know how they got here, right? And so you'll have to do whatever interactions you're going to do role playing wise, but you recognize them, Roland and Cadmus. When you ride up on the Long Meg, this area, you see that there's already two individuals setting up a campsite here, and you recognize them as also members of Robert's household. You don't know how they got here. So it's very much a he said, she said kind of situation. You don't know, you recognize each other as allies, but you don't know how you got here. Okay, now let's talk.
Did you guys come to pay our ransom?
That's right. Now let's talk about the Long Meg real quick. The Long Meg is that's kind of a misnomer. The area is actually called the Daughters. It's a stone circle called the Daughters. It's one of Britain's largest, 360 feet in diameter. That's a big circle, with about 65 to 70 stones, all of which are nearly 10 feet high, all surrounded by a bank. And you'll see that there's a kind of like a brownish circle around the outer side. That's the bank. There is standing about 60 feet to the southwest is a single stone called the Long Meg. It has carvings all over it. There are two other outlying stones between the Long Meg and the circle. So basically like a trail of stones. Standing about, wait. The main circle is said to be witches turned to stone by a wizard. And if anyone can count the stones twice and arrive at the same number, the enchantment will be broken. You also know that anyone trying to move the stones will bring on storms. It's kind of like it's a curse kind of thing. And if you ever were to break the Long Meg, then you would be cursed and there would be lots of blood involved. And not far away from the main circle are two smaller circles. These circles each surround a mound of dirt, and as if like an old style burial mound. One of them has 11 stones and the other one has 31 stones.
All right,
Okay.
so we shouldn't say their name 3 times, is that?
Yeah, that's, well, no, it doesn't say that. But yeah, you got the Long Meg, you got the Little Meg, and you don't know what the larger 31 stone is. But everyone believes that Meg was the mother, and the two smaller circles are the daughters, and the 65 to 70 stones in the center are all witches that were turned to stone by some powerful wizard many years ago. That's the story.
Okay,
All right.
Samson is going to approach the two new brothers. He's going to say, "Brothers, you're a sight for sore eyes. Where's the rest of our brothers?"
Yeah, I'm afraid we are all that is it for the moment.
What happened?
Yeah. Surprised you didn't meet us in the town. Though, good to see some friendly faces.
We didn't know you were coming. We would have looked for you.
Did they survive the battle? Is that what happened?
Who are you asking? Don't ask me. I can't answer that.
No, I'm asking the two brothers. Your
I
other brother
utterly
lost.
forgot the guys. Yeah. Out of character, which is the guy that rebelled against Arthur?
King Lot.
Lot, that's what it is. Well, when King Lot's raid, we were taken captive, and we were released recently. We were heading back to
Oh,
join up.
Oh, you were captive too. All right. So were we. We just got released.
I suppose it's better than the alternative.
Well, it's good to see you.
Likewise.
We were thinking of going after the Burgess for to gain some.
I want to let me jump in just for a second. And this is for Sir Cadmus and for Sir Roland. If you right click on your token, there is an option called multi-sided. You have an option there to switch your character token to your shield if you prefer. That's up to you to decide.
Nice.
So you guys feel up to killing a beast?
To be honest, I'd love nothing more after our time.
Yeah, it'd feel good to stretch the legs to get a little air.
Well, in that case, what if I told you we heard tell of a dragon in a specific area?
Yeah, in Cumbria, but they don't know where.
Well, I'm not. Do we have access to dozens of other folk to help us?
No, we got 4 knights here. What can stand against 4 knights? I mean, except like 5 knights.
No, I believe we can handle it.
I suppose it depends on the size of the dragon, but well, if
I didn't even know they were real.
Well, I always assume they're just people mistake large dogs with mange for dragons.
Maybe. I didn't think Barghests were real either, but I guess we're gonna go hunting one of those in the morning. Some kind of demon dog? Yeah, it frequents an area near here. Sanson, do you remember it was like on a hill and it's really cold. Freezes anybody who comes close. There's like frozen nights along the way to its little where it sits.
Start doing the sign of the cross.
That's why I was thinking we should do this more in another tactical plan.
Okay, I just switched you over to a different map.
We should start the fire at the bottom of the hill. It'll be suicide to go up on the hill because of the magical frost. And our furs are not going to help us. So I was thinking we could set a fire down at the bottom of the hill and draw him out. I'm pretty sure he has to eat. And I think you would live meat instead of frozen popsicles.
All right, so if you look on the map where it says cabinet, the N, the upper corner of the N is a box, and over by the T there's a box. There's also what's this little party token. This represents the entire party, so you don't have to have individual tokens on the table. How many of these guys are there? Wait a second. What's going on here?
So I figured we'd do this more tactical and not risk our lives.
Yes, so it's, I'm a little unfamiliar with a Barg. Is someone just fill me in with what you know of them?
Yeah. So the story, as we were told, is there is an abandoned chapel that is surrounded by some sort of eternal frost, constant storms, a blizzard, something along those lines. Um, and this unearthly cold radiates out from the chapel, and there's this like devil dog that sits in or in front of the chapel, and that thing is what's causing the cold, I think, or it's trapped by the cold, one of the two.
They're
That was
very,
not.
yeah, they're very large, look like very, very large wolves.
Yes. It seems to be just one, but there have been a lot of people who were killed by the cold just trying to get to it. But the people of the area do live in fear of this beast. And with it taking over, a chapel, I couldn't rest easy letting it live.
Excuse me.
Mm,
Hey,
yeah, I don't even have to
Interesting.
roll.
other characters
Yes,
just
I
don't
agree.
what they look like. You ever watch Dracula?
Yeah, yeah. Like
He
those big ass
has,
wolves they had there.
yeah, those are Burgers.
That's a hell of a lot better idea than the long, boring ride back to Lord Robert.
I mean, apparently they have actual monsters up here, so
Yes, and
let's.
I like you said, I could not call
Yeah.
myself a true servant of the Lord if I let his chapel be despoiled.
Yeah, I was figuring we would start a fire at the bottom of the hill, coax them out, and then ambush the creature.
Sounds like a good plan to me. I am fairly good with a bow, and I haven't been able to loose my string in quite a while, so I'd happy to
Oh, we
set a
could use
couple of
it
flights
then.
to it.
You could injure it, so it'll be easier to kill.
Absolutely.
I
Let's do it.
also carry a bow. I would, of course, never use it on a man, but a beast.
Yeah.
Hunting is sport.
So we're camping down for the night. So you guys, you got camping gear, or do you need any? Or we could share a tent.
I'm pretty good. I have the gear that I started with. They were kind enough to replenish the gear we lost when captured.
Right,
Oh,
which
that's technically.
you don't have any of that stuff. Remember I said you only have stuff that you would have went into battle with.
Oh, right.
Okay,
Oh,
I got you.
jeeps.
Okay, I'm going to throw them some furs. And
Okay, so we have our armor and
tents.
main weapons, but not the tents. Oh no.
No, but you
Share the
do.
tent.
You do because you stopped and
Oh.
bought some.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Then yes, we will be requiring your tents. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate the
Indeed.
offer.
With shared tents, they're two-man tents anyway, so that'll be fine. And here, I throw you some furs, and these won't help much, but they'll help a little.
So I guess the question is, are we going head to head or head to toe?
What does that mean?
Laying in the
These
tent.
these
to toe
tents
all
are
day.
these tents are not pup tents. They're not your two-man military tent. These things are massive. When you buy a tent, you're buying a condominium. This thing is gigantic.
Wow.
It's at least 10 feet across. So you've got it's like a
We
big
have a pack
circle.
horse.
It's like a big like
You got
a
some wiggle room.
like a GP medium. I mean, it's like 10 feet in a diameter. It's a big circle. Has a main center pole that goes up and like a parachute hanging down off of it. So yeah, you could squeeze probably 6 or 7 people in this if you really wanted to.
So it's the size of a circus tent, one of the small ones, you see.
Super, yeah, like a very small circus tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to stress over like feet to toe.
You guys, You guys have rations? We got rations if you need some.
They don't have rations. They've got silver. So
We'll share the
I
rations.
they've been
I would
eating at.
never
They've
ask.
been like picking up food at the inns on their before they traveled this far.
We got them.
Stopping each
I
day
would
at the inn.
never ask my brothers to pay for my hospitality.
Yeah, yeah.
They're not paying for nothing.
Right.
I mean, I would never tell my
Obliged.
brothers I was paying for their hospitality. As he
There
puts
you
a
go.
denarii on the table.
Yeah, oh right, it's another tab. Holdings. No, it is okay.
So we're gonna
How many
step out of-
rations do I have?
We bought a bunch of rations.
We could swing by Applebee or do some hunting.
No, we bought a lot of those. We bought a lot of rations.
Fair
Right,
enough.
and you
We
will
can,
be stopping.
stop
You
on
will
the
be
way back.
stopping at Applebee when you head back. Applebee is going to be like a free room and board, most likely, because that's probably large enough to have a noble overseeing it.
Yeah, after
Just
this fight, there probably be injured. So yeah, Apple would be a good place to hold up.
yeah, it's about a day's
Bargus, go
travel
celebrate
between the
Applebee.
bridge and Applebee, and I'm gonna draw on the map. Let's go freehand. Let's go brown. That looks good. This is kind of the trail, right? There's a trail that goes up uh, to the chapel, and there's a trail that comes off that trail to the sisters. So this whole basically the village or whatever is right there on the road, and that's where you would have left the road. But from that village to Applebee's about a day's ride.
Yeah, we're gonna sit around the fire and eat our rations. I'm gonna say, can you tell us about yourself? We never got to really get down and introduce us.
Yeah, because you guys
Okay.
don't really know each other. You've seen each other around, but you're not friends.
That's what I'm saying.
They're brand new. They were just knighted, um, probably at the tournament.
Yeah, I want to get to know you guys. So tell us your story.
Well, most recently, the reason you probably haven't seen me that much is I was. This is not my first time being absconded with and having to be returned. This happened last year, in fact, and
What was the engagement?
it was a raid. It was a raid defense, and I got separated from my knight while I was still but a squire, and they kidnapped me. And I owe it to the graces of God that I was able to escape. I saw the light of our Lord, who, alongside the vision of my parents, who were slain previously, gave me the strength to persevere. And now that I know that the Lord indeed is behind me in all things, I fear nothing and no man.
Oh, so you're Christian.
I'm studying to be a knight of God as much as possible. And out of character, I ended up rolling a 20 on Valorous, so he's got either he's really dumb and doesn't understand, but quite, the consequences of putting yourself out there like that. But
When your value is 16 or better, I'm okay with you sharing that value with others because it's so powerful that people know you because of it. It's legendary.
right,
So if you want to say I've
Yeah.
got a valor of 20, that means they would recognize that. They don't know the number exactly. That's kind of out of character,
Right,
but
right.
they know you are
Yeah,
extremely
yeah.
valorous, right? Yeah, it's okay to share numbers.
Yeah, when I
Yeah,
was
we
young,
we know you're that guy.
You're that guy, exactly.
when I was young, I'll tell you this story. I met Half-Elf, and we became really good friends. We only met in the forest because the village we were in, they didn't like Half-Elves that much, or they were afraid of them. So we met in the woods all the time and played in the woods when I was young,
Hmm.
and we became good friends. I'm a pagan, by the
Interesting.
way.
Hmm.
I
Indeed.
celebrate a lot of the fertility of the earth and powerful spirits. But my loyalty
Excellent.
is all toward the High King and Lord Robert.
Yes, indeed.
How about our other fellows?
Yes. Yes, he kind of pulls his hand up and Sir Roland. I hail from Dover in the south. I'm the youngest adopted son of a knight from there. Family of knights protecting the border from the Saxons. Grew up in the life. Finally got my chance recently, and not very happy that my first encounter was being captured. So I'm eager to redeem myself in my own eyes. This bargain is
Adopted,
going to be the chance I'm looking for.
what happened to your parents?
They are still alive, though I am their adopted son. So no chance to inherit. So I've set out to make my name for myself.
No, what happened to your real parents? Do you know?
Unsure. I was left as a child and captured by Picts. My adopted family found me in a raid, and they were, with the kindness of God, take me back home and raise me as their own.
I bet you were happy when that happened. Those pics are evil.
You see a bit of a twitch, but he says, yes, I agree. Only the true people of our nation deserve this land, and we don't tolerate anything less.
Well, I'm glad you're with us now. Now you are in our family. You're a brother.
Yes, it's definitely a sight for sore eyes to see people that at least heading south back to warmer climates too.
Gwyneth, why don't you introduce yourself to our new knight?
I say, well, first of all, and I pull off my helmet, revealing that I am covered in thick fur. Yeah, I shed. Um, anyways, you guys would know me for being forgiving, merciful, and temperate. Um, as well as being quite devoted to God and Arthur and my companions. Okay. Um, well, it seems none of us have the best childhood stories. I myself was born in a sewer, but I do still have my parents. I'm married to Lady Gale of Boyton. She's back home at
Ah,
Lord Robert's Keep, waiting for me. And I believe she's had our daughter while I was captured after that last battle.
well, congratulations.
Dan Lazo, what's your character's name? You know how to change the name in Roll20?
Sir Cadmus. Yeah, I thought I'd already did that. I might have reset.
Right. Do you have parents still alive?
No, my parents are dead. My father was killed in, I think it was the Battle of Cambridge. And then the year after that, my mother was killed, so my aunt and uncle took me in.
Was your mother a warrior as well, or did she die of natural causes?
She was a craftswoman. I don't know why that's not spinning off. And she did her best to uh, fill the shoes that my father had left with my older brother and my two younger sisters, but uh, it was once again raids from the Saxons that took her life.
So you don't have no inheritance.
That is correct. I'm out here making my own way.
Yes, and so is a lot of us. All right, let's get some sleep, and then we could move on and see if we could dispatch this beast.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm not going to make everybody re-roll their energetic rolls from the last week. Everyone was successfully stayed up on guard because I remember that Sanson and Gwyneth split the night on guard. I assume that you guys step in as well. If you would like to make, just you two, uh, just the new players, if you'd like to make your energetic rolls, I just want to see if you get a crit or a fumble. That's really all I'm looking for. Give you that opportunity. There you go. Sir Roland
Unfortunate.
he passes out on guard, but that's okay. Go ahead and put a check by energetic. Because remember, you always learn from criticals or fumbles. So you put a check by it. And when you guys wake up in the morning, because Gwyneth, even Cadmus fell asleep. Okay, well, at least Gwyneth and Sanson was able to stay up throughout the night, taking shifts. They wake everybody up, and you guys pack your bags. Now, each of you have your war horse with you. It's the only horse you have. You don't have your squires. You don't have, so you have to do all your like putting your armor on yourself. You have to, which you're not unfamiliar with that because you probably prefer to do that anyway. But there's no one to take care of the horses, so you have to take care of your own horse. There's no one to cook you a breakfast. You have to do that yourself. You know, there's no one to tear the tent down, so you have to do that yourself. But guess what? You used to be squires. You know exactly what to do, and you get it all taken down. And basically, with four of you, everything goes by really quick. You guys,
I suggest we keep the horses out of the battle area and fight on the ground. We don't want the horses injured by this beast. We should fight
Indeed.
on
Yeah, good call.
the ground.
Especially if it's any kind of cold with ice.
Yeah, losing the horses is a bad idea.
the story is that it is so cold that there have been knights frozen on their horses, and basically frozen statues. So it's just so leaving your horses once it starts to get really cold, dismounting might be a smart thing. That's just
Yeah. And to
it's a
keep them
possibility.
away from battle, the horses, it might attack the horses instead.
Might attack the horses, right? And then you'd be screwed. You'd be walking.
Yeah. We'll keep the horses a few 100 or 200 feet from where we want to fight. We're going to
Okay.
go down to the bottom of the hill and start a large bonfire. That will grab his attention instead of trying to go up the hill and might get frozen like those other nights.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you guys follow the
From the beach.
path, and you head up towards what's called the Crossfell. It's an old abbey, probably a ruined abbey, not one that's still in use. Let me.
And we don't know the creature's abilities, so stay frosty. Not the pun.
Yeah, stay
I
frozen.
mean,
No.
it's a dog, so it can bite and it's probably fast.
And we don't
And-
know if
Yeah.
they're blowing cold either. We don't know if that's
And
cold.
apparently it makes cold things.
Apparently, it makes
Yeah, we
cold
don't know if
things.
that's a breath weapon or not. Or is it because of the area?
What's a breath weapon?
We don't know that yet. We never seen it. It might be just the cold from the area. Magic.
Well, then why did you suggest it?
I said be frosty and be careful. It might have abilities we don't know.
Well, I'm trying to think of the ones we do know about, so we can at least prepare for that.
He's leaning on his role playing game knowledge.
So let's try hide in the forest. Start to fire around this open area, and hide in the forest here. The archers will be ready to attack when it comes.
Yeah, I'll also have my spear at the ready.
Okay, I'm putting you on
that's-
this
I'm gonna-
trail because that's a cliff. If you want to go down that cliff, you certainly can. You're above the tree level.
So it's an open area.
Right. When if you go you can go down there. That's no problem. You would have walked around the circle or whatever. Like
Is there any
imagine
large boulders that could be hidden there?
it doesn't appear to be it's like it's a windy trail that kind of zigzags up the cliff. It's almost straight up and down. So if you if someone was standing on the
Maybe.
trail, like hypothetically, let's say Gwyneth was right here and you were right there, you probably still could not see him because you're looking straight up. Unless he was on the edge looking down at you, you wouldn't be able to necessarily see him. Just
We
so
could
Right here,
start a fire and cook some meat maybe to lure it out.
right here.
That's a good idea.
Is this a niche here that we could ambush them?
I mean, if this is on tiny paths, that's a good spot for it because it'd have to come down, and then we have the advantage of pushing it off.
I don't know what you were saying because I didn't see any ping.
Or I'll ping it. You see it now?
Nope.
Is that like something we could hide behind?
Far left side.
Oh, far left side, way over here. Yeah, there's like a little bit of that's grass, but yeah, you could stand in the grass if you want.
No, I mean with this big cliff that's hanging over, will it?
That's down. That's not up.
Would it conceal it?
That's down. That's not up.
Oh, that's down.
Right.
Oh, wow. That's up.
Yeah.
All right. We'll set
If
the
you were
fire up.
if you were here, you would be concealed because to the left is down, but to the right would be up.
Okay, so we'll go here. We'll set the fire here. A big bonfire right there. We'll bring some wood up with us.
Now,
I mean,
if it is a monstrous dog, do we want to fight it on the narrow path? Because it might be
Right.
able to knock us off.
And
We
this
could-
path is only wide enough for one person to stand and fight.
I think we may need to try to press on for the top, as cold as it may be.
it could be a retreat spot. We run down the path, and if it pursues us, we set a trap to have it fall.
That could work.
Oh, that gives me an idea. Can we kind of loosen these like rocks and make like an avalanche of rocks?
Probably, yeah. You could probably dig into the rock a little bit. I don't know how much of an avalanche it would be because it seems like it's a pretty sturdy. It's frozen solid, so it's not like loose snow or loose rock. Everything's frozen.
I figure out the best way to do
I mean, it would just need to be enough to be unfavorable terrain for a four-legged animal.
Well, If it's unfavorable for a four-legged animal, it might be unfavorable for a two-legged.
But
Yeah,
if
it'd be
we
much worse
know
for
about
two-legged.
it, if we're aware of the situation, we make a small path or something.
Okay, what's
You're
going
thinking
on?
more akin to
Chasing.
cow trips.
Yeah, we can't see this area, so let's go scout it out, and then we'll go from there. We'll scout out this
Get
area.
out of here. Come on.
To be honest, in my head, I'm assuming you drop some rocks so that there's a tiny section next to the edge that a two-legged creature could easily navigate past because they know it's there. But if a charging dog comes, it would take steps on and then be off balance. But
Yeah,
That
either
could be
way.
useful.
make like a false like a false part of the trail, so that has no foundation to it, basically, so that when weight's put on it, it falls away.
indeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was also thinking too, like where the because there's those two real hairpin dog-leg turns right there. We can use one of those at least to, conceal how many people we have as well. The reason I was asking about the wind is because I assume it would be able to detect how many we were by scent, but not if we were,
Okay,
upwind.
looking up, you can be concealed, but if someone was above looking down, you would not be concealed.
Right. Yeah. And is the wind? Are we able to like figure out how if we can get down or upwind rather?
Okay, what right now it's just like a casual blowing of the wind off the top of the mountain. When you get higher, I'll be able to tell you a little bit more about the wind
Okay, so what plan?
because it is cold.
We had a lot of good ideas, or what do we want to go with?
I still believe a small fire with some cooking meat would be the best idea.
Yeah, that we know.
The path is just a fallback.
Okay, just simply coming to this this abbey grants you 10 glory. So if everybody would like to add 10 glory to their character, you go right ahead and do that right now.
That makes me very worried for what's coming.
Right.
Placement.
If just showing up gives us the same as killing a man. Oh
So
no.
where do we want to place ourselves? How do you want to do?
I think I want to be in the back. No.
Here's the front. I have a sword. That's the one thing I'm good at.
Yeah, just ping your idea, and we'll go with the best idea.
No, I've got some fur that may help me with the cold, so I'll take lead, I guess.
Yeah, I will draw my bow and knock an arrow and try to put
You
enough
have
distance
you have a
between-
bow?
Yes.
Was that
Said,
your one additional weapon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that as well.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm really good at.
Do you guys want to lie in wait, though? What position?
Well, I say we would have to press on a little further first to be able to see.
Yeah, Sanson, you're sounding a little bit more like a priest than a knight, I think.
That's an insult. Did you mean it as such?
Slightly, yes. Keep saying wait. I think waiting is why we got captured.
I think we should get up, press on a little bit, just to see because we can't quite see that chapel, right? Where that's like towards.
No,
the top.
you can't see anything on the top, right, until you get at least up to about there.
That's what I figured.
The only thing I could think of waiting for is to bring the meat and wood with us with us. So as long as we can do a little hunting, catch a rabbit or two.
There's not going to be any living creatures up here, most likely.
That's what I mean. We should do that before we approach the giant ice castle.
Okay. Just FYI on hunting. That's a daily activity that takes your entire day. If you want to spend the day hunting, you can do that. but or you
Do we have
can
any
or you can
meat in our trail rations?
right, exactly. You could do that, but it's normally hunting is not like a I'm hunting while I'm traveling.
Okay.
That's not a nightly hunting thing. You is there's no boar or deer, squirrels. That's not something you hunt. That's something you trap.
And Gwyneth, I suggest you take that comment back.
There you go.
Then I suggest you follow me up this mountain. Hill. Uh, fell?
It could be considered a fell.
I wasn't talking about when, I was talking about where we should position ourselves. So don't miss.
So if you want to move your tokens to where you want to approach, I'll stop you or something if I need to. But just go ahead and put yourself in a like the next step, like where you plan to like move from.
Yeah, we're gonna scout this whole area.
But yes, Sanson, I apologize. You would never have the temperament to be a priest.
We're gonna move our way up to here, scouting area.
Go ahead and move your token. Don't go inside or through any walls or anything, but yeah.
Gwyneth, you wanted to go first.
I have lost my mouse. There it is.
Yeah, go ahead of me if you wanted to go first.
Well,
But it seems like we have 2 people in the front and 2 people in the back, correct?
Yeah, you can squeeze past each other. That's not a problem. You just can't fight past each other.
Coming up all the way up here, is there any problem?
Yeah, move yourself to the end result. I know the path that you're taking. Just go to the end result.
So there's none on the path here.
Yeah, so if you want to go up there, that's fine. And who's going? Okay, you're following along behind them, and
Hey, we're gonna stop here,
there we go. That's a good spot to stop at.
and we're gonna just survey the area. See what we see.
Okay, give me a second. I'm looking something up.
Gwyneth is the one that has the hair problem, right?
Oh, I found
That's
a
right.
perfect spot to put the fire. We'll put it right in between these towers.
He's got good resistance to
Yeah.
damage,
cold.
sunburn?
sunburn.
You call it a hair problem. My wife calls me her special bear rug.
Hey.
Okay, I want to. By the time you guys get up to, okay, so Sanson, you're taking a step in front of Gwyneth. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm just surveying this whole area.
Okay.
See what we got.
What about I'll get there eventually. Cadmus, are you hanging back that far?
For the time being, I want enough room with the bow, so I don't want to crowd all up in there and not be able to
Right. Gotcha. Okay, so you are actually safe. So this doesn't apply to you. Everyone else is not safe from the wind. Okay, the wind is striking Sanson, Gwyneth, and Roland. It doesn't matter how much fur you're wearing or how much warm weather gear. It doesn't matter if you have a bonfire. It doesn't matter if you're standing in the middle of a flame. This wind is supernaturally cold. You also hear a howl. It's not the wind, or it could be the wind, but you think it's the dog, right? You think it's this dog going, and it's not. It's not a bark. It's not a like a wolf howl. It's kind of a creepy, very spooky type howl. And everyone, including Cadmus, you have to make a valorous roll, and you get a minus 10. So when you go to apply your modifier, you just put a little minus 10 in there, and it'll give you the target number. So Sir Roland fails.
You said minus 10?
Minus 10.
That's not good. I only have a 10.
Okay, so roll to see if you fumble.
Succeeded.
I did. I got an 18. So
Okay.
no fumble.
Okay,
10,
okay.
Rough.
That's everybody. I think Cadmus succeeded. Okay, well, that's probably because you're further back. But
Well, then
You-
I'm valorous as fuck.
that's true. That is also true. It says that we're going to get a modifier.
Cadmus, you got 20 valors?
He does.
I do.
Holy
He
crap.
told us that.
That was a hell of a roll.
Yeah, bear with me on this. Those of you that failed, panic. But you didn't fumble, so nobody like immediately turns and runs. You just get you just have minuses. My question is,
This area here,
what is the
that-
minus? I'm not answering question. I'm looking something up. Don't distract me. Maybe it would be here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 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 So if you fail your valorous roll, you need to make a cowardly roll. So anybody that failed their valorous, just go ahead and roll on cowardly.
Does the cowardly have a plus 10 by any chance?
It does not. It's
Oh, thank goodness.
it's just straight up.
Well, I failed that too.
Okay. Okay. So in that case, you're only at -5. Samson, you're at -5. And did I see Roland make the roll? Yeah. Okay. You're also at -5. Basically, you're
This is some creepy stuff.
right. If you succeeded on cowardly, you would have ran away. But it was good that you failed, right? And because Cadmus made his valorous, he doesn't have to roll on cowardly. Okay, and nobody crit
good.
or fumbled, so no extra checks. Okay, so you hear chains in the distance. Now, what was that question, Sanson? You said you were going to ask a question about is something something.
Okay, I
There.
was surveying this area and I was wanting to ask a couple of questions.
Okay,
Is this
so just let me give you a small description of what you see. You see a rundown chapel. These buildings are partially collapsed. The walls are low enough that you could probably scramble over them with a little effort. You can easily see over any of the walls, the gates, anything. I've only marked a couple of things with uh, a wall that you can't see through, and that's because those are the walls that are intact. There is still more hills, more trees, other buildings. Okay, what was the questions you had?
all right? This area is a forest area. I'm thinking.
It's a couple of trees. There's a few trees. There's 3 trees there. Yeah, they're all covered in snow and
How tall are these towers?
2, 3 feet maybe. They're super small. The walls they might have at one point been 6 or 7 feet tall, but everything's run down, dilapidated, crumbling. This is a ruins.
Guys, if we don't encounter the beast by the towers here, we could place the fire here and form a bottleneck. Archers could go in behind the trees here, and then the rest of the fighters could wait over here behind the towers. And when the beast comes, once we see the archers firing, we know the beast is in the center there, and then we attack.
I'm less confident about firing in this wind. I'm not like a peasant archer. I just do sport.
I mean, there's also not a necessarily 100% guarantee that that's if it can leap and jump around, it might just jump over the walls and not necessarily go through that entrance.
What are you talking about? I don't understand.
Dude,
Explain.
like,
There's no guarantee the dog will come through the gate.
We're gonna
Right.
put a fire here, a large bonfire, so we could coax it this way. Once it sees it, it's probably gonna investigate. Even though it's a beast, it's still probably animal intelligence.
At very least, the larger gate side will block some of the wind to let it set the fire.
So you guys up for this?
I'm ready. I got the
We are
bow
here.
with the arrow knocked.
Okay, so Cadmus can't see anything
It's not like we're
except
gonna run
for
away or
Roland.
anything.
So Cadmus, you can see Roland, and that's all you can see.
Yeah, so I figured from right in this position.
Okay.
Candace to get up here.
So go ahead and
Move up.
put yourselves where you think you want to lay your ambush or what have you.
Yeah, I gotta talk to Cadmus. Cadmus, get up here. Cadmus,
Yeah, I'm going.
Just put yourselves where you want to be.
yourself. Are you the archer?
He's got a bow out.
Are we putting ourselves post lighting the fire or pre lighting the fire?
Pre-lighting the fire.
Okay.
And
Because you're not going to get an opportunity to do that.
I assume so. That's why I wanted to make sure.
we're gonna start building the fire. Let us know if we encounter the beast before we finish.
Yeah, you're not going to get the fire lit.
Hey,
The beast comes out as soon as you get to where you're going.
I assumed that was the case, but wanted to be sure. Best laid plans and all that.
But that's right. We'll let the beast come toward the gate. And Cagnus, move over here.
Okay, you guys don't move. You guys are right. You guys are right where you need to be when you see the beast.
You don't position. You don't fire directly in front of a door. That's terrible tactics.
That's not what I wanted.
No, everything's dilapidated. This thing's a ruin. It probably isn't a door. that looks like a burger.
Yep, that's what you see, and it's tall. Um, Maybe 6 foot.
Sounds right.
Oh.
Um,
Like
yeah,
I said, very, very large.
yeah, it's a very large beast. I had copied the token and then lost it immediately, so bear with me.
See, you told me it was a very large dog. You didn't tell me it was bigger than a horse.
I said very, very large, if you remember.
I still need you to think about that one, sir.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a horse. Um,
It's bigger than a horse if it's 6 feet.
Yeah, it's big.
It is.
But we'll see if it bleeds. If it does
Most-
that,
Oh, it'll bleed by the end of today.
you'll.
Yeah, most beasts are pretty large, especially dragons.
all right, so that's where it is. Um, it should have a character sheet. Hold on. There it is. Okay, for those of you that have not engaged in a fight, this is going to be an enjoyable experience for you guys. For those of you that have already enjoyed combat, then this is going to be a regular thing. There's no initiative. Okay, you don't worry about any of that. That's a thing of a different game. What you do is you declare what you plan to do, and then I let you know what actually happens. So we'll start with Gwyneth. Like, what do you plan to do? Let me tell you what he's planning to do first, and then you can make your decision after that. The Sparguest is going to charge you. He's going to be on top of you in less than one round. All right, Gwyneth, what do you want to do? Remember, you cannot attack after you move.
Right.
So he is going to move up to you.
Well,
If he's
as soon as-
charging, if he has the ability to charge, he'll be allowed an attack. If he doesn't have a charge, he won't be allowed to attack.
willing to bet it's got a charge. No, so as soon as I see a beast of this size charging towards me,
Right.
I think my response would be to steady myself, heft sword and shield, and try to be ready to meet it.
Yeah, and don't forget, you are scared.
Yeah, which is why I am going to try to invoke my honor. I will not run from a fight, even if it's cold.
Before you do that, give me a folklore. Everybody can give me a folklore test.
Do we have the minus from fear in this one as well?
No, the minus. Yes, if you're afraid, yes.
Oh, I definitely didn't make it then.
Yeah. Because
Just a
what
big
I'm
dog.
about to tell you, you wouldn't be able to share. Does everybody
Have
fail their
passed.
folklore? Okay.
Got that minus.
Yep. Okay. So you guys don't know like whether they can be killed or if it's got any other abilities that I haven't, like a breath weapon or whatever, right? I haven't shared any of the mythological nuance of a Barghest with you. You're too scared. Okay, I'm sorry. Go back, Gwyneth. What are you doing? You know he's charging. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to try to invoke my passion, devotion to God, if that applies here, because my intent was to clear the old chapel of this devil.
I would say yes because it's a supernatural
Or no,
non
I think I had said my honor because I wasn't going to run from a fight.
it can be I would say honor um or devotion. Yeah. Those would work. Whichever one you want to roll.
I want to roll my honor because that's better. But that would have passed either. So I pass. So my sword will be receiving the +5, which cancels out the -5
Correct.
for sword. Only sword.
Yeah, but you roll the die before it was your turn, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's perfectly fine because passions go before anything anyway, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, Sir Roland, oh, what are you doing? You didn't never told me what you were doing.
Oh,
Because invoking a passion is like free action.
right. I had wanted to steady myself against the charge that I think is coming, and be ready to. Can I prepare myself to hit him if he comes in range? Is that a thing in Pendragon?
Do you have a spear prepared? Are you carrying a spear in your hand?
No.
Then you cannot set a spear.
Okay.
But you can stand there prepared to attack if he gets within range.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
hold my action to stab him.
Right. There's no holding. You
Yeah, but yeah.
because you act and then move, but you're not planning on moving.
Right.
Okay. What does that do? Oh my gosh, he's got an ability.
Oh.
Each round he may. Okay, we'll do it every round then. He didn't do that this round. I didn't know he had the ability. He's not
He's
close.
underestimating
Never mind.
us.
He's not close enough to do it to you anyway. He has to get a lot closer. Okay, Sir Roland, what would you like to do?
Roll's a
Nothing's
simple man.
happened. Nothing's happened yet. It's just the plan.
Yep, roll's a simple man. Sanguineous, not doing. This is what we're doing. We're going to accept the charge and take a swipe when he gets in range.
Okay. Do you want to get
The same thing? He is going to use his honor as well.
after
now.
the? Oh, you want to use your honor? Go ahead and make an honor passion roll.
I'm terrified, but seeing that no one else is running, I'll be damned if I'm going to be the one that runs.
That's right.
And again, this is the -5 from fear.
You get a -5 on everything,
Okay, cool.
but you
Good.
succeed.
And I also will add that to swords.
You must have a huge honor.
I
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
So mine is.
So you add that to your sword. That'll cancel out. That sounds perfect. Now, after he charges and everybody does their fighting or whatever, are you going to move? Because you have to declare all that before anything happens.
Okay. He will be trying to flank with Sir Genuis.
Okay. So you're going to try to like circle around it. Okay.
Yeah. The hope is it goes through the door and for some miraculous reason is between us. But if not, he will move into a position where it is.
Right. These walls are non-existent. Okay. Just FYI, these walls don't exist.
Okay.
For any reasonable amount of defense or anything like that. Not this.
I mean, even the two massive pillars we have right here.
Yeah, those two massive pillars are 2 feet tall.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
It's
they
just something
even
to
better.
brace my-
they are
Probably
kind.
gonna get up on that then.
Yeah, he could. You want to get up on it?
Well, I mean, as the second half of the action kind of thing. Like that's
You can
the
climb up on
spot.
one of those. Absolutely, you can climb up on one of those.
Oh.
So that will be my flanking spot once
Okay.
after I take a swing.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, Sir Sanson, what about you? What are you planning on doing?
I'm going to use the loyalty companion, so I'm going to take the brunt of everything. I'm going to position here.
You're gonna do
I'm gonna
loyalty
put,
companions?
Loyalty companion.
Okay. You can go ahead and roll that now. Okay. So you didn't fumble, so you're not melancholy. But you do have an additional -5. Wait, hold on. Let me double check that. Let me see, because taking a passion is a risk. It's not always a bonus. Um,
I got 19 passing. I didn't think I was going to do it. Damn it.
okay.
Just an unlucky two.
Yeah.
You remembered that insult on the way up, and it slowed your hand.
I don't know about all that, but okay, I was looking at traits. Let me make sure I get to passions. Okay. Passions, here we are.
I think this is going to hurt. If I get -10, I'm going to be fricked.
Passion results. Passion crisis. Okay, so a passion crisis occurs when the character is inspired or impassioned and fails at the task. Uh, okay, regardless of the cause, the character suffering a passion crisis must make an unopposed roll against your passion that triggered the crisis. Okay, so basically you got to roll for it again. It's like a double roll. This time there's no minus, there's no modifier this time. It's just straight up. And you succeed. Okay. It says you become melancholic. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm passion crisis. Passion roll. Inspired. Yep, failure is a passion crisis. Yep, just double checking. Okay, so you become melancholic. During melancholy, you roll a d20 to see the level of your melancholy. 15. Ooh, famous. The duration of the melancholy depends on the level of your unmodified. Oh, okay. It just matters on what your unmodified Okay, you have a 19 is your loyalty. So it winds up being between 16 and 20. Your melancholy for 1d6 days. So you can go ahead and roll a d6, and that's how many days that you're melancholy. Go ahead and roll it. Okay, 3 days. Okay. Melancholy just means you get a -5 on everything you do. That's not really true. It says skills and passions get a -5. Curing melancholy. Knights can be cured of melancholy in one of two ways. A friendly cure, meaning someone who holds the same passion can basically talk to you, come over and like talk you out of it or whatever, like a healer. And then there's also the unfriendly cure, which is when someone attacks you. If they hit you and damage you, they basically knock you out of your melancholy state.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
I'm
good
definitely going to
news. About to happen.
Oh, well, I just make sure I'll attack him last. No. Yeah. Okay, so you're melancholy. Just giving you another -5. So what was your action now that you've got the passion out of the way?
I was moving here in front of everyone. I was going to just ready with my weapon.
Okay, so you're gonna attack if something gets within close range of you, and then where were you gonna move?
Between the two towers.
Okay, between them. Okay, gotcha. That sounds very good. And finally, Cadmus, what would you like to do when all the actions transpire? Do you want to invoke a passion?
Yes, I'm going to invoke my derision for the fact that this is desecrating a holy place because I love me some God.
Don't fail. That would be bad enough.
Yeah, this is the holy place, so yeah, go ahead.
Oh no,
Of course, I failed.
we're having a bad day.
Okay, so you roll again without a modifier to see if you wouldn't have had a modifier anyway, but to see if you actually go into melancholy. Okay, you do. Success is melancholy,
Oops.
right? So you roll for how many days that'll last, or until someone attacks you or talks you out of it. 4 days.
Pretty bad shape.
So that's going to give you a -5
Alright.
until you take damage, or until one of your friends like comes over and says, "Don't worry about it. It's okay."
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now
What
let's.
if your friends damage you? Well, in my action is going to be I have my bow drawn, arrow
Yep.
knocked,
Yep.
and as soon as I see that black shape darting past the white snow, I'm going to try to actually put an arrow into it before it reaches the other knights.
Okay, that sounds very good. Let me scroll out a little bit. Okay, let me see the Barguest's movement. Okay. I think I've got. Oh yeah. Okay. So this Barguest comes charging forward towards Gwyneth, and you can put an arrow into him before he reaches him. So go ahead and make your attack roll. Now the question is, what are you going up against? I think it might be his dex. Combat actions, missile weapons.
Since it's a skill, does he get -10?
Skills are minus melancholy 5, but he's not afraid.
Oh, that's good.
Uh,
Thank God.
Unopposed missile weapon skill. Okay, so it's just unopposed. A successful missile roll means you do damage. Okay. So you successfully do damage. You should set up a button that'll let you roll the hit and damage all in one roll. Just something to think about in the future.
Sure.
you have
Is
it.
that
It's the
Is that
weapon
character
damage
damage, too?
of the weapon, right? So let me double check a bow. Um,
You have some high skills. You got 17 bow. Holy
yeah, he's
Oh, actually, no. I did not apply the melancholy to that attack. Whoops.
so you would have needed
Yeah.
a
So,
7. Okay, so you would have missed. Well, it's good to know what the damage is
yeah.
anyway while we're here. So let me look that up. What kind of bow is it? What kind of bow is it? Was it a
It just said
longbow? Nope, you're not a Cambrian. So it must be a self bow.
no. It was. Yeah. It was just when I read the. I've been looking at the starter set, and it just said bow. So let me see if it might actually go deeper into this one.
It's a self bow.
Okay.
Because a warbow and a longbow are both for Cambrians, and you're not a Cambrian.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So a bow does character damage minus 1d6. So what is your character damage? What's your character damage?
4d6, so it's gonna be 3d6.
So it does 3d6 if you hit, which you didn't. Okay, no
Right.
worries. And then you were going to move, or no? You were going to hold your ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Right. Because I don't
See if I get
remember
another
you.
shot next round.
I don't remember you saying whether or not you were gonna.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, so this
Actions are simultaneous, right?
actions are simultaneous. That's correct.
Then I would be over here.
Movement is not simultaneous. Actions are. So this guy, stop moving. We're doing actions first. He does not have a charge. So he just runs up to
least.
you. And so he's getting ready to either bite you or some other action. But Gwyneth, you were ready for him. You can go ahead and strike him. As you strike him, Sir Roland climbs up here, and then Sanson runs over here, and there you go. Go ahead and strike him.
I missed.
You don't know
Barely.
you don't know if you missed because I get my counter thingamajig. Well, either way, if you both miss, you miss. So because he's not biting you, I don't even need to roll. Okay. So everybody positioned themselves. Roland climbed up on this 2 to 3 foot stone tower. Sanson moved up to take up position between the two towers. And Gwyneth, you said you were going to not move.
I'm staying here.
Right. And this dog, it's a new round. This dog is going to stare at you before it bites you. Or is it going to do one or the other? Let's see. Even while attacking with its bite. Yep. So it can stare at you and bite you. The stare is a terrifying stare. Let's just say that's what it is. So what are you planning on doing, Gwyneth, since you're the target of its affections?
I'm gonna stab it.
And then?
And then I'm gonna take a step to the left, both to make room for someone to please help me, and to keep it from getting over to Cadmus.
All right, sounds good. You're hollering out for, flank this bitch. Okay. Sanson, what would you like to do? You can see Gwyneth is fighting it and gradually stepping to the left. What would you like to do?
Well, I'll move up to the open space.
Okay. You do know that you can't attack and move, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, very good. Roland, what would you like to do?
He's going to spend his full amount of movement to try and flank behind it.
Okay, what is your move?
My move is. Of course, I closed my character sheet instead of just minimizing it. My move is 19.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have no problem getting behind it. Sir Cadmus, what would you like to do?
I am going to stand my ground and take one more shot at it.
Okay, yeah, you absolutely can do that. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the arrow first. Go ahead and make an archery attack.
Man, I was one away from a crit.
Another miss.
That was
Okay,
good
so
damage too.
2 arrows going flying off into the distance. Okay. So Gwyneth, what is your dex? You know, I'm thinking I'm going to create a turn order just to help me out.
My dex would be 13.
Um, I can't just select a token and hit add to turn order
If you right click it, it will
like
have
that.
a add
Okay.
a turn. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Oh,
Gwyneth has disappeared from the reality.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Gwen-
the stare is worse than we thought.
that's right. It is horrible.
Vaporize the look.
You are so much smaller now.
oh God, guys, do not look into its eyes. Whatever you do.
Yeah. Okay, you said you had a 13?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it has a 15, just so you know. So, it's going to actually happen right before you go. Let's go ahead and do that. How come I can't, I'm a little confused. Okay, bear with me. Aha. There we go.
We all have the ability to right click and add ourselves. Do you want us to add ourselves to the turn order?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. And then change it to your dexterity, whatever it is, if you can.
Right click, add turn.
Right. Can you change your dex or not? Or your total? Yeah, there you go.
You just gotta type it in, hit enter. It's just if anyone adds when you have it editing, it will not save the edit.
Right.
Yay, roll 20.
Are you sure it's right click? Because right
It's
click-
right click. I got you. I added you. What's your dex, Sanson? 16? Yeah, you're pretty soft spoken. Okay. Okay. Yeah, attacks and then everybody moves. So Barghest does what's called a terrifying stare. First thing it does, and it's an opposed stare against your Valorous. So let's see. Do I have a stare? I do.
set against my Valorous?
It is.
Okay. With a -5 because I'm scared?
No attribute was found. What is going on here? It's because it doesn't have this. It has other.
I mean, you can't always roll it manually too if it's not working because there's a stat missing.
There's the -5 applies to this, correct?
Yes.
Oh man. I successed!
Well done.
I didn't think that was gonna happen. I fear no dog. Just this wind.
Quite literally, bark is bigger than its bite.
I have a feeling that there's something broke in this character sheet. Okay, no worries. Let's just go ahead and drop a d20. Look at that, I fumbled. Okay, so
We're not having a bad day. He is.
if the opponent loses, then they die of a heart attack. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he failed to stare you down. So now he's doing. You're using your sword. He's using his bite. It's an opposed roll. I'm biting you first, and then you'll get to sword me in a moment.
I think
Yeah.
I think we had a staring match, and I barked back at him.
It's using battle for the bite, and that is not correct. That doesn't make sense. Let me look at his weapon skills. Hmm.
Well, that sounds like it might be correct, because he doesn't carry a weapon.
What's the difference between battle and brawling?
What? I know you didn't just ask that.
Organized combat versus fighting.
Well, as a skill.
Well, brawling is open handed.
Yeah, brawling is fisticuffs.
Well, then it would be battle, wouldn't it?
Would be better, right?
No, battle is knowledge.
Well,
It's,
for the dog, I mean.
no.
Because he doesn't carry a weapon.
It might be bite. It might be unarmed or something like that. But hold on. Bite at. Okay, I got it. I'm just gonna give him a 10 battle, even though that's not the skill. Did it not save? Whatever. I'm rolling a 10. Okay, I got a hit. Did you get a success as well?
No, you said you had to roll first.
Right, but you still
Did you
have
roll
to.
a d10?
I did roll a
Roll
d10.
a D20.
Okay. So he misses. Yeah, you
Okay.
still have to
Well,
make
I
your
was.
you still have to make your sword roll as a defensive.
Yeah, I was waiting to roll until you had. I thought that's
Okay.
what you had meant.
Well, I failed.
Well, I failed too.
Okay. So it's a fight. He's biting at you and staring at you. His bite is a 10. Okay.
I failed by a higher number. Take that.
Let me see if this works. Hey, it worked. Okay. All right. So it doesn't matter. You both failed. And you don't have a hafted weapon. Nothing's broken. Nothing like that. Okay. All right. And so, Sanson, you said you were going to move up into where Gwyneth left, and Roland is going to try to get around to the flank, and everybody's engaged it. Yeah. Okay. So, FYI, going forward, just so you know, whenever you are fighting more than one opponent, you get a -5 for every opponent after the first one. So this dog is going to get a -5, a -10 because he's fighting 3 people. But what that also means is he gets to damage all 3 of you. Gwyneth, there wasn't a second roll. The only roll is your attack against my attack.
Do I need a second one?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There should not have been a second attack.
Okay. I only did the one.
No, you did a defense roll earlier. That is your attack.
Yeah,
You
that's
rolled,
what I'm saying.
You don't roll twice. You only roll once.
I didn't.
Okay. You rolled a 17. And did you not roll a 3? No, that's valorous.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
That was
okay,
for the
okay,
stare.
okay. You're good. You're good. You're good. Everything's good. All right, it's a new round. I'm going to tell you what this Bargist is doing. He is he's going to have to fight all of you. So that's what he's going to do. He's just going to try to fight all of you, but he can only stare at one of you. So he's gonna stare at Gwyneth again. So Gwyneth, you're making a valor against his stare. But we'll do that. We'll do that when we get there. So Gwyneth, what are you planning on doing?
I'm going to stab those beady little eyes. So
Okay.
they stop looking at me like that.
Right. And Sanson, are you doing the same, I assume?
I'm going to attack.
Right. And everybody's pretty content in their placement of movement. I'm guessing. Sir
Yeah.
Cadmus, you're going to shoot him, I assume, or are you going to move in? Or you can do both. You could shoot and then run up.
Actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
You're going to shoot him and then join in on the fight?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him and then draw my sword and enter the fray.
Okay. Because he's going to, at that point,
Spear.
do you want to draw your spear?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my spear after the bow.
Okay. Do you know what advantages or disadvantages a spear has over a sword? If not, I can tell you.
Well, yeah, I was hopefully going to take advantage of its length.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, because if you're gonna like stand back a little bit and use the length, you actually get a +5 for attacking with a spear. But there's more than that. Um, yeah, spears have a chance to break. But other than that, I think they're good. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that doesn't help. Okay. Yeah, that's not what I was looking for. So maybe I already put it in a handout. Items. No, I did not. Weapons. Here we go. I'm going to just show it to everybody just to help. Okay, so it comes down to spear. If you use it two-handed, you'll get plus 2d6 to your damage. You won't get to use your shield at that time. And it's broken if you tie with a sword. But this animal is not using a sword, obviously. So,
Oh, I
so
hope not. That's
yeah, it would
a
only
whole other crisis.
it would only break if you fumble. And because it's got length, you get a +5. Okay, so let's start with the fighting. Okay, so the Barghest is getting a -10. It's and we'll start with Sanson because you've got the 16. No, and actually that's not true. Cadmus, take your archery shot first.
Okay, let's go.
Rough.
Ah, boy. Bowstring snaps.
Well, you were gonna put it away anyway. You grab your spear and
Right.
you're planning on charging up. All right. So Sanson, let's take your first attack, or your attack against the Barghest's first attack, but the Barghest is getting a -10. Okay, come on. Why can't I open that? Okay, there we go. And a minus.
Hey, just like this spear does, the maul have a +5 for reach.
Your maul is not a long weapon. It does do 2 extra dice of damage, but it's two-handed, so you don't get to use your shield.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, and it breaks if there's a fumble.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yep.
Alright, I'm at -10, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
Well, I'm at -10. So, yeah, where's my bite? There it is.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know I was gonna fail.
Okay, we both failed. I have a threshold of 0.
Perfect.
I know,
Just
right?
the way we like it.
I was hoping it would hit me that way. Might be able to get rid of one of mine.
Okay, I'm going to have to do something because I'm crossing the streams. Give me a second. Something doesn't feel right. Going to the newest book, the Game Master's book. Bestiary.
Yeah, I figured his battle would be a lot higher.
Yeah, spears against beasts. There's a rule about this. Um, Spears wielded with two hands and any two-handed hafted weapon with a spear point. Oh, okay. Are effective. They get an additional +5. Just so you know. So it's good to use a spear against a dog. Now let me find Barghest. Because I'm using an old edition.
Yeah, the
With-
battle being so low with how big he is, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, I'm going to have to use the... All right, I found it. That's what I needed to know. Its bite is a 13. Okay, that's what I needed to know. It's not a 10. I would have had a 3. But still, I
I
failed.
figured it had to be a little higher.
Yeah. And it's terrifying stare. Yep, I got that right. And avoidance is right. And all that looks good. Okay. All right, perfect. So what did we do last? We did Sanson two-handed miss, and I missed. Okay. So then who's next? Where's my turn order? Did I close it? Okay. Gwyneth, have you already made your attack yet?
I have not.
Okay, so you make your attack and I make my bite again. I'm at -10
And I am even with a sword.
because of your passion.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I have a success.
I fumbled. Okay, so you do damage. How much damage you do? 17?
Yes, 17.
Okay. Just so you know, this Barghest can be harmed by your sword.
That is good for me.
It's not immune. You strike it. Give me a second. Let me roll something. You strike it in one of its legs, shattering the leg, and you see this Barghest flop to the ground, unconscious.
Nice.
That's it?
Kneecap.
You just did 17 points of damage. It has a major wound of...
man.
Oh, wait. Armor. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't apply its armor. He's back up.
Oh, okay.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah, you hit him in the leg. You knocked him off balance, but he's got 3 others. He's good to go. Okay, but you did do quite a bit of damage, and it looks like he's got a good amount of thick hide, but not. But you did bleed him. He did, take some damage.
I cry out, "It can bleed! It can die!"
And you did more than his knockdown, so I have to make a dex roll.
Maybe that's why he fell.
Okay, but he didn't.
Rude.
I know. So the last one to attack is Sir Roland. You get to make your attack, and
You heard the man.
I'll make my attack at minus 10.
I pass.
I failed. So you did 12 damage minus his 5 armor. So you did 7 points of damage. At which point he does fall unconscious. You made up the difference.
That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
That's
I
right.
told you, there's no reason to wait. It's just a dog.
Just a big dog. It actually had less hit points than any of you. But it has supernatural abilities. It has a terrifying stare. It also can change shape. Some of them have horns. Some of them are not hostile. There's a lot of different. Bargas. It has a size of this one anyway. Had a size of 10, so it's like human size. Okay, so do you finish it off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Attack this first. We know it's not safe.
Right. Because it's worth 100 glory, that means everybody gets 25. And who's melancholy?
How could
I
you
know
be
what Cadmus
melancholy? Well,
was.
we just slayed the beast.
Yeah. You're like, oh. So you can role play that out as you're in your own head. You know, you're upset at your devotion or whatever you failed when you did your passion. Maybe you
I'm
felt
sorry, guys. I was trying to take the brunt, but it didn't happen.
the loyalty. Yep, that's loyalty to your companions. But a devotion might mean you think that God forsaken you.
Yeah, you just see him. Cadmus is just fervently praying over and over again, and like rocking back and forth.
Yeah, Samson looks shaken though.
It's a melancholy state is kind of a not it's not rare, but it is uncommon, but it's common enough that you guys can recognize it. Like, oh no, we got to talk to these guys. You know, they're obviously struggling with something internally. So, anybody wants to do that to your friend, you can. Um, and I think it's automatic. Like you recover from your melancholy state automatically, I think. Let's double check.
Sorry, I failed you guys.
That's what I get.
But we
Yeah.
didn't fail. We won.
You could replace bowstring. It's fine.
You're right, we did win.
Okay, becomes melancholy. Okay. If you fall into melancholy, you get 10 glory. You suffered a -5 to all your skills and passions. Okay, we got that. Curing. The friendly cure. That's what we're dealing with now. Because nobody got struck. Friendly intervention. Love, loyalty, adoration. Someone who holds one of these passions. If the would-be healer succeeds and rolls higher than the fixed opposition value, the melancholy is lifted. Okay, so the fixed value of your melancholy is your passion roll, your skill, your passion skill. So who's going to try to break who? And it can only happen once per day. So let's start off. Who's melancholy? Cadmus, right? And Sanson? Okay. Sanson, what melancholy are you what's your melancholy value? So like you did loyalty. So what's your loyalty value?
Loyalty companion is 19.
19. Okay. Can anyone succeed on a 19 or better?
For loyalty?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. For the same, for loyalty.
Okay. No.
Could. Probably not, though.
I could get a 19, but that would be a critical success.
That would be a tie. So you have to get, it says higher than the opposition value.
No, I can't.
So you can't succeed and get higher. Okay, so nothing you say can affect him. Now what happens is that value goes down by 1 every day until it just naturally goes away. And he rolled 3 days, if I remember right.
3 days.
But it'll go down by 1, so tomorrow you can try, but the odds of you succeeding are going to be very low.
Let's take a trophy from this beast so people will know that we killed it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Indeed.
What do you want? Everybody wants to take a chunk?
I want its head. Let's just take its head.
Yeah.
I mean, there is also one other thing we should probably do. If there was anyone that was going to cheer up your mood, we are at a church, and most of us are Catholic. I know someone that could ruin that mood.
Is it still really, really cold and windy?
Yes.
Well, let's get out of here.
No, I think we need to go deeper in.
What?
I mean, we should go deeper in because, we should investigate everything.
That's what
and
she
also,
said.
we,
Oh,
and we should pray as well while we're here. Famous church.
Knights have turned into popsicles up here, so let's not do that.
Let's avenge them. Look, you were so worried about the Barghest, and look at that thing. It's just a dog. No, what's
Maybe if
behind
they're
it?
frozen, they're alive. Maybe. I don't know how it works. We could save some people.
Or maybe there's something worth bringing back.
I have to go, you guys.
Or pups. Who knows?
If you're going, I'm going.
What if that
Say
was
we
just a
head
pup?
in. We can't
Okay.
leave this cathedral.
I just blew that
unsanctified.
encounter. I cannot believe I missed this last paragraph. I will vow to do better next time. But I'm going to share this with you out of character. It says, A Barghest must be killed in one blow.
Ah.
If it's not killed in one blow, the attacker receives all the damage.
Oof,
I'm sorry.
that's rough.
I'm sorry.
It's just a pup.
He was just a
Compare it to
pup.
somewhere else.
That's right.
That was too easy.
It
Well,
says once the
definitely
and
take
we're
that
gonna
tough
we're
hair.
we're gonna let this happen though. I'm gonna continue on. It's dead. Once the Barghest is defeated, you may attempt a devotion roll. If you guys have devotion, deity, Christianity, or whatever, you can make those devotion rolls.
I successed.
Okay.
Pagan.
Yeah, a pagan can still roll. Because you believe in a god.
More than one guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Still.
One more roll,
Is the
right?
-5 from fear gone, by the way?
No, the -5 from fear is gone. It is gone, yes.
It is gone, okay.
Melancholy's not gone, but fear is. But I don't think this is a passion, so this is not affected by the -5 for melancholy, right? That's only skills and traits. Okay. Okay, so everybody failed. Even the successes are considered failures. You had to critical.
Fair enough. So who's taking the head? I'm definitely taking a tough of hair.
You only need one trophy because we're all together.
I just want a personal memento.
A
First monster killed.
paw, like a rabbit's foot kind of thing, would be something you could carry with no problem. Hair, obviously. You could skin it if you wanted to, bring back the hide. Carrying a head around might be a little more of a problem over
I think
time.
the head is bringing it to Applebee's and be like, hey, don't have to worry about the Barghest anymore.
Right.
Let's take the pelt. That'll keep better, and we could gift it to Lord Robert on our return as an apology for the ransoms.
I like it. I like that indeed.
That sounds good. Okay, so you skin this thing. Who's doing the skinning? Because that's going to be a hunting roll.
Do it, I guess. Oh. Yeah, I'm good with knives.
Would that be under
think.
hunting?
That's what I'm saying. That's hunting roll.
Yeah. I'm not a good hunter.
I'm not even.
I could attempt. I'm okay at it.
Yeah, go for it. If you're okay at it, you're better than me.
Hey, success. Okay, so you get a clean pelt. If you want to add that to your character sheet on there, go ahead and do that. It is clean. You were able to clean it, and it's not tanned, of course, but it's well prepared. Okay, so while he's doing that, or while everybody's helping him do that, I assume you want to explore the area. Is that what I'm getting? Because there are two buildings that are still standing. Not really. I mean, they're kind of they're dilapidated and broken. But if you want to try taking a look, you can.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, it's called an old dilapidated church in the wastelands.
Find some religious.
Okay, so move your guys around to wherever you want. You're going to see that there is smoke coming from this building over here, the long building.
Oh,
Oh well, that definitely had there first.
Um,
we just killed someone's pet.
Right.
Oh, again.
Yep. When you get into the courtyard there, Gwyneth, you need to make an awareness test.
Okay.
What's Cadmus and Roland doing? Just hanging back?
Roland's skinning the beast, so I assume he's taking his time doing that.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
I imagine this is taking a bit to skin a 6-foot dog.
Yeah. I'm with you. Okay, so Gwyneth, if Stanson, if you're entering the courtyard as well, you can make an awareness test. Anybody that goes into the courtyard can make an awareness test. I guess they're going to wait for you, Cadmus. Cadmus, are you going into the courtyard or not?
Well, yeah. Let's see. Are those 4 tokens in the middle there for, or are they just a leftover from? I might have to reset roll 20 here.
You got to
A
reset.
few more tokens.
Yeah, there's only your 4 characters.
Oh yeah, there's a couple more tokens on there that were covering my character, so that's why I couldn't see them.
Okay.
It was
a little bit of refresh.
4 of our tokens duplicated.
Yeah, I had to refresh earlier myself
There.
because I was getting some mistakes, some errors. You got a failure as well. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so everybody notices that there is a door here to what appears to be a church, and then there's a door here that appears to be a tomb or a burial building or something. I don't know exactly. This is old school archaeology. You could think Roman style archaeology, but this building over here doesn't have a chimney. There's not a like a fireplace or anything like that, but there is smoke coming out through the cracks of the roof.
I don't like that.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep my spear in my hands at the ready and head towards the building with the smoke.
Okay, so you're going up to the doorway there.
Yes.
It is. There used to be a functional door there. It is now rubble and maybe a door off its hinges and rocks and stuff like that. You could probably force your way in with a strength check, probably.
Like that? I fumbled.
Okay, so yeah, you are unable to move the door. It is jammed solid. Now you can see past the rubble. There is a fire burning on the inside somewhere.
Let me give it a try.
Make an before he does that. Gwyneth, go ahead and make me an awareness. Well, all 3 of you can make an awareness check. If you're trying to like look between the rocks and try to see what's
Critical
inside.
Success.
Okay, there is a burning lance inside. A lance that is on fire.
Well, hello. What is this?
I don't think we should desecrate.
and it is surrounded by, because you criticaled, it is surrounded by 12 other lances in a pattern, like they are. Think of it like, I don't know, like a lance in the middle and 12 lances surrounding it, like they're showing fealty or homage to the center burning lance. It's a very weird display. At first, you might think it's just a vision.
I don't think we should desecrate a tomb. I don't feel good with it.
I don't think it's desecrating.
Yeah, if anything, we cleansed it, getting rid of the Bargus.
Yeah.
It's still a tomb.
This is a tomb or a burial building or some kind of old. Uh, it is obviously a place where people of honor would have been buried or entombed.
Do the burning lances mean anything to us? Like, do we know what that is?
Make a folklore roll.
Ooh, ooh. That is a critical.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So, no. The answer is it does not mean anything to you.
Then that's probably not a burial thing. That might be what brought the Barghest here. Just because it's in a tomb doesn't mean it's supposed to be in the tomb.
Well, this is a church, and there's tombs around the church. I'm just not.
Check the character's reaction.
Well, yeah, but this is a church specifically of my religion, Sanson, and a circle of burning lances does not belong here.
This is an unusual role. This action is asking for something out of the ordinary. I need you to make an honor check for knowledge. So you're rolling honor, and your honor roll will determine if you know anything about this. Okay.
Success.
Oh, critical.
Ooh, critical.
It would be dishonorable to disturb someone's tomb.
Yes.
But if it's desecrated already, it might be considered honorable to like cleanse it if you had a priest with you that could exorcise any demons or anything like that. You as a knight can't do that. It might, well, I mean, like if you were protecting one or you decided to return here later with a priest or something, that would be considered honorable. But more importantly, the lances, you will have noticed that all 13 of the lances have moved. Not much. You barely noticed it, but that critical helped you out. You noticed that they've moved maybe 3 inches.
Sanson, those lances need to go. Break the door down. You're big, strong boy. Sanson, break that door down.
I don't know if the lance's movement have anything to do with it being bad. How do you know? I don't want to just
because there is.
Don't know anything about it.
Right, you really don't know anything about it. There's no history.
do what you want, Glenn. I'm not going to desecrate your tomb and stuff.
There is
Perhaps we
some.
should
There is
consult the
some.
priest.
There is some scribbling on the tomb, but you guys can't read.
If we bring a priest at a future date,
Yeah, you can recognize it. You can recognize it as Latin. So yeah, if you can bring somebody that can read Latin, they could read it. Also, you would need a priest that had the ability to, like, cleanse the area or what have you.
I think it's going anywhere, so we could always return with a priest so we get more information. We don't have enough information to know that we're not desecrating it.
Right.
Yeah, I
Let's
too
check the other building
vote
out
for
too,
waiting
though.
for a priest.
Check the other building out. If there's any religious relics, maybe we could find some.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Head toward the church.
You want to try the other building? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now this also has a broken door, but it's also kind of like in a rundown way that you would have to force your way in, but you can see in. Okay, I guess Roland is done hiding. You know what I mean. Cutting, not sneaking. But the you can look into
Way
this
too left
chapel.
one location.
You can look into the chapel pretty easily. Inside, you see an altar with covered in cloth, which I guess would not be totally unusual, but you see an altar covered in cloth, and if you make an awareness check, I'll kind of give you a what kind of cloth it is.
Well, can I use strength to get through?
If you want, yeah. But it looks like Cadmus recognizes it as silk. There's also a candlestick on top of it holding 6 candles. And the stone door is stuck. But yeah, you can make a strength check if you want.
What's wrong with my mind?
Okay.
Maybe we could save these for the church. Right. Gonna go in.
There we go. Now I can move it. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you go in, you see this altar with silk cloth over the altar and a 6 candlestick.
Oh, it's a candelabra, right?
It's like a little candelabra, yeah. Like think of it like a multiple candles coming off the sides of it, yeah. And there are candles; they're just not lit or anything. It's been there a long time. But other than that, it's just a rundown chapel. The place is half collapsed. The roof has holes in it, like rain would have came in or snow. Wind doesn't blast you like it does outside. It does protect you a little bit from the wind, but not much because it's supernatural.
So Cadmus is like is he the devoted one?
I do have a pretty high religion and devotion and such. Yeah.
You want to take this cloth and this candelabra to give to the church, Christian church?
Yeah, that'd be a wonderful idea. So it'd be better served there than routing out here, or some bandit could get it.
I guess those are stairs, correct?
They're not really. This is just a generic map I pulled off the internet.
Oh, okay. So I guess Cadmus is going to take the cloth and the silk cloth and the candelabra.
Okay.
Indeed, I make the sign of the cross and fold them up.
Okay,
So
sounds
that's
good.
the
And taking
only
the
relic.
taking the candelabra and the silk is not necessarily considered desecrating a church or anything like that, because you're basically rescuing it. Because, like you thought, this could have been taken by non-pious bandits or whatever. Um, so you can look at it either way, but it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's abandoned church.
Yeah, it's abandoned. Yeah, there hasn't been anybody up here in over 100 years.
That's only 2 buildings.
It's really the only two buildings. I mean, there's like a garden with nothing growing and other buildings that are, you know, pigsties and stuff like animal pens and stuff. But everything's pretty
I
much
think we're done here, guys. I think we're
done.
done. So let's get on.
Yeah.
Good timing. I was just wrapping up the skinning.
Good job, Ron.
Okay, so
Yeah, so
Roland,
Sarah,
when
did
you enter,
found some things?
when you enter the courtyard, you need to
Courtyard.
make an awareness test.
Okay. No.
All right. Yep. You don't see it either. Okay. So everybody is. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why I was like, why is everybody so grayed out? It's because I was on the wrong layer. Okay. So yeah, you guys can leave. No problem.
I guess we're heading toward Applegate for the night.
Right. You wouldn't be able to make it
Sure
that
will
far.
do.
It's already nighttime.
Okay, we're
And we
gonna
go back to the standing stones, right?
That
well, we can
if
get
you
down the
left
hill
if you left
and-
tonight, you could make the standing stones by morning.
Oh, I didn't realize it that far away.
Yeah,
Never
it's
mind.
Well, let's
it's
go
not
down
super
to the bottom
far,
of
but
the-
it's not super far, but the traveling is not well. It's not like a clear path. It's less than a deer path. It's very rough. Like nobody's been up here in a long time.
Let's go down to the bottom of the hill and we'll set up camp. That's where the horses are.
That's right. The horses are just at the bottom of
Sounds
this
like a plan.
hill, like right where the compass is located, and then yeah, you can make camp there. Absolutely. All right. So you spend the night, and this is the end of the Bargest or the Crossfell portion of the adventure. We are going to do a little bit of a fast forward because you're not gonna. This is not a game where you, or let me rephrase that. I'm not running a game where we are playing out every moment of every day. Just FYI, you are going to take the road. You're going to travel south until you get to your destination.
No
And
dragon.
because there's no other encounters of any merit along the way, I'm not going to have you worry about every single day on your way back. There's no dragon encounters, nothing like that.
How much days is the
Yet.
travel?
It's going to take you a good couple of weeks to get back.
So,
So-
not I think he's gone.
Yes, yes, your melancholy would have worn off if it, and I don't think anybody got injured, so any healing would have been good to go. Um, and let's, yeah, I'm clicking things, and I have to really click it deliberately for it to work. Very interesting. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so on this map, you should have, yeah, you should have the map. You guys are up where that red dot is, all the way up north.
Near Malhut?
Near the Caleb
Oh, I see it.
Forest,
Farther.
way up there.
I
Yeah.
see it now, all right.
So you would take the main road to like Catterick, Ripon, Malahut. And then from there, I'm going to kind of assume that you either decide to go towards City of Legions and south to Carlion, or you go through Lincoln on your way to Bath and Corinium and Silchester and Sarum. The battle that you had where you were captured was at Carlion. That's where King Arthur is at, or was at, a couple months ago anyway. And as you travel, you can ask, along the road, and everybody is on the same page. And they say that Arthur has set up his new center of power or whatever at Carlion.
So we'll go with the City of Legion.
Okay. Yeah.
I imagine Robert would still be in Carlion as well.
That is something to be determined. Everybody, they don't really know everything, so he's not a big enough power for them to really pay attention to him.
Would that have been the original plan if all went well?
No. Once there was a big procession from Londinium to Carlion, and all the nobles followed along. And then once he got to Carlion, he was going to have like a party, a celebration, an establishment, and then everybody's going to break and go home.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but luckily you were there, or they were there when and the Battle of Carlion was actually a success. Arthur had won that battle, and King Lot took his armies and went home, right? And you were amongst those with us, right, in wagons or whatever. You were held in one of these kingdoms up above the wall. Okay, so when you get to Carlion, okay, they basically direct you, hey, Robert's back home. So they kick you out, and you get sent back home. So you make it to Sarum, which is here. For those of you that haven't seen this map, I know I have it in the handouts, but it's easier for me to show you this map. This is the county of Salisbury. And you see Sarum is right above Salisbury, and Sarum is the keep. It's the castle. It's an old Roman fort. It actually has stone walls and stuff like that, where most keeps are like Motte and Bailey. And from there, I'm going to go to Sarum. I know I'm jumping around on maps. What the heck?
So I guess you all agree we'll present ourselves to Lord Robert with our trophy.
Right. Okay, yeah. So you guys are back at the keep where you guys normally sleep Most of you, just FYI, you don't have a room or there's not a barracks or something like that. You just stay wherever you can lay a blanket and sleep. Your squires are present. They, they're excited to see you all. And they're like, oh, you guys are back. Yay.
I asked him if he's all right.
The squire, yeah, I didn't know what happened to you. I figured you were captured. But wasn't sure exactly. When we received note, and Arthur is the one that sent the ransom. Robert didn't really have anything to do with that. Robert is actually under a Duke Ulfius, and then above that is Arthur. And as a squire, he doesn't really know where, but he believes that Arthur is the one that paid the ransom.
How did Robert fare? He didn't get injured, did he?
Well, no, he fought, and yeah, they all he had some nicks and bruises and bumps and stuff like that, but nothing too severe, nothing that didn't heal over time. He didn't lose an arm or anything.
We're gonna report to the throne room with our trophy.
Yeah, so you get an audience with Robert to present him with your Barghest hide.
We should have saved it for Arthur, because he's the one that paid it. But I get it. Chain of command and all.
After
You can hold on to it. You can give it to Arthur. Yeah, the next
Arthur
time you see him.
doesn't know who we are. Robert
Right.
does.
Right. Well, he might.
True, yeah, I just figured,
Arthur knows who I am.
if we were paying him, if we were giving him back this as payment for the ransom, well, he didn't really pay it, so I still have no problem giving it to him as like a token of his lordship and such. But
You could
Then
also
Robert gets to
play
hand
it off.
over and get the brownie points.
That's what I was going to say. You could also play it off as Robert. We brought this so that you can give it to King Arthur.
yeah, it makes sense.
Or something.
Yeah, Cadmus, we'll take the other relics to the cathedral.
Or we'll just have to kill something even bigger. Wink, wink.
Rumors of that dragon.
Yeah, it'd be nice to.
Right. So that's Lord Robert. He's the count. He's young, right? Just like you guys. He's pretty young. And his mother is also very young. She was very, very young when she had Robert, and she was married to Count Roderick, who was poisoned and killed about 17 years ago with King Uther Pendragon.
He was a dick.
Exactly. A lot of people thought that. But, things happen. There is...
We present the power as a gift to Lord Robert.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
And be sure to tell your mother, the Countess, we said hello as well.
Yeah, she's always with Robert. So if you say something to Robert, she automatically hears it.
I give her a deep bow of respect. And maybe linger a little too long. I'm trying to impress her after all.
She, even though Sir Robert is in charge, Countess Ellen is in charge. I don't know if
Oh yeah, she runs shit.
she's the mom, right? She's a mother, and Robert's her son.
Power behind the throne.
It's power behind the throne. It's
Exactly. She's
she's
the one keeping me from my lands.
he basically she did
Yeah,
she did outlaw slavery a few years ago. She
I'm gonna
slave
ask.
Well, that's nice of her.
slavery is very popular in the South and not in Salisbury. Every person has to uh, every person that works for their lord or whatever, but there's no slavery.
I'm gonna ask Lord Robert. What was the where's the general that will let us in the battle? I have something to speak with him about.
What do you mean? That was King Arthur. If you're talking about the Battle
No,
of Carlion.
the one that no, the one that said he had a lady that might be able to do a marriage.
Oh, you're talking about Duke Ulfius. He's the one that came and rescued you guys at Duplain, right? That's the one you're talking about. Yeah, I can send word to him. He's in Silchester. Uh, that's a couple of days ride away. But yeah, if you're looking to take advantage of that boon that he was going to offer you, um, I can definitely send him a message and tell him that you're ready to take advantage of that.
I appreciate it, Marvel.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't mind that at all. I mean, you did a great favor for myself and our little county here. Okay, so this is where we're going to take a short break in the game, that is, and we're going to jump all the way to the winter. Where now it's now the what's called the winter phase. The winter phase is a game mechanic. We sit down and we do administrative work, and that's really what it is, administrative, to progress your characters into the next year. Okay, but before we do that, um, you were presented. This is you, Sanson. You were presented with a woman to become your wife. And you're like, "Oh, well, who is it?" Let me show you. If I can find her. Yeah, I think that's it right there. It's loading. There's a picture loading. There we go. And she is the daughter of a lord in um, in Silchester, but she doesn't have any land or anything like that. She is just a marrying age. And if you accept her, then there will be a wedding this winter phase. What do you think? No? Yes? I mean, you don't know who she is. She's just a woman presented for. And her name is Neris. Let me make a handout just so that I will have it. N-E, wait, is it N-E? Might be N-Y. N, okay, I got it. N-E-R-Y-S. There you go.
Now tell them I'll be honored to report.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So, she's she seems like she's very first of all, she knows how to read. That's a very important. She can read. She is good at like managing a household and the finances and stuff like that. And she's eager to become your wife because she she's heard quite a bit about you and your accomplishments. And she's also heard that you were captured and you traveled south from the lands in the north, and you battled a Barghest all by yourself, and she heard all kinds of crazy stories. And you were hunting dragons and all kinds of things, and all of it is not true. All of it is not true, but she heard a lot of good things about you.
Yeah, I'll straighten her out if we do get.
That's what I figured. You'd have to tell her like, well, we were with some friends, and we never did actually see any dragons. We were looking, but we never did actually see any. Okay, so let's go to the winter phase. This is for all of you guys. This is for everybody. This is when we find out if you gain any skill. This is where we find out if your squire dies or if your horses become sick or all kinds of crazy things like that. Okay. So the first thing that happens is experience rolls. So basically, you are rolling your skill that has a check by it. If it has a check, you're rolling. And what you're trying to do is fail. If you fail, it goes up by 1 point. So what it's saying is the higher it is, the better it is, the harder it is for it to improve. And if you're critical, it does not go up. And when you roll it, you go ahead and remove the check. And you roll for all of them. So if you've got 4 checks, you roll for all 4 of them. And this includes traits and passions and anything else that might have a check. But just remember, if a trait goes up, the other one goes down.
If we pass the roll and it doesn't improve, do we keep the tick box or do we still untick it?
You still untick it, because at the end of the winter phase, you should have no checks. Yeah, the better it is, the harder it is for it to go up. Yeah, once a checked is rolled, erase the check. Everybody got their rolls out of the way. Experience? Nope, still doing. Okay.
Still doing it, but you can keep going. I can work on this while I do it.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so now now we go to step 2, which is training and practice. You may select any one of the following improvements. So you just pick one of these improvements. You can change a personality trait by 1. You can raise it or lower it. You can change a passion. You can add or subtract 1 point. You can raise a stat, strength, dex, con, or appearance. You can train skills up to level 15. You can't train a skill higher than 15. You have to learn that through experience. But if you do choose skills, you get to add 6 points. So you can pick 6 skills to go up by 1, or 1 skill to go up by 6, or whatever. Any combination. As long as the total value is not more than 15. If you want to train a skill over 15, you can do that, but only 1 skill by 1 point. All right. So you pick one of those 5 options. Personality, passion, characteristic, 6 skills, or 1 skill over 15.
So only one of them.
If it's over 15.
No,
Yeah, you only get one. Yeah, you only get one of these options. Yeah. And let me know once you get your choice completed. Roland is done. Which one did you choose, by the way? I need to know. I want to know.
I did 3 points in awareness and 3 points in hunting.
There you go. That works. And neither one of them went over 15.
Nope, 10 to 13 for both.
There you go.
I went with skill points, and I put them into horsemanship and sword.
Okay. Remember that if you can raise size. It doesn't list that here, I've noticed. But you can only raise size until you're 21. So once you're over 21, you stop growing.
I raised sword
Good to
by
know.
2, two-handed half by 2, and charge by 2.
There you go. So yeah, skills is like the best way because you get 6 points and you get to really focus them. But having a good size and dex and strength help out a lot as well. So it's however you want to do it. Okay, so everybody's got their scores. Now we tally our glory. In the actual rules, which is, remember, this is not the way I'm doing it, but in the rules, you take all the glory that you received for the year, and at this point is when you add it to your total glory. Because there is a period of time that it takes for your awesomeness to spread throughout the kingdom or whatever. And so it actually, and the stories you tell and the things like that all happen during the winter phase or up until the winter phase. But I'm not doing it that way. When you get glory, just put it straight to your total glory. So this is when glory would be tallied. But now you're going to get a possibly a prestige reward So for every 1,000 points of glory that you have, you get a prestige award. Okay? So it has to be a full 1,000. So if you got 2,700, then you get 2. Okay? So just note that you have these prestige rewards. What do you get to do with them? Well, you can raise a statistic by 1. So you can raise your strength, size, whatever. You can raise a skill by 1. Wait. Yeah, no restrictions apply. Um, yeah, so you can raise a skill or a stat by 1, and it can go up to your racial maximum. Or you can lower the value of a passion by 1. Now, you might ask, Derek, why would I want to lower the value of a passion? Because the higher your passion is, the harder it is for someone to get you out of melancholy. As you experienced already. That's the only reason that I can think of. But personally, I'd like to have a 20 in all my passions.
Maybe because of the circle limit on them, and you want to undo one of them.
That is true. There are limitations on how many points you can have in your passions based on what category they're in, but I don't really focus on that. We can deal with that later.
Well, I get 2 prestige rewards.
Yep.
So I will put a. Ooh. It's the last year I can take size.
Correct.
Without it just making me fat.
And at the end, you will add 1 year to your age. Also, you'll add 1 year to your squire's age. And I'm getting ready to, I'm looking for the remainder of the winter phase actions. This is just the basic stuff. Maiden, okay.
Is there any advantage to kite shields, or are they just disadvantage?
I mean, extra armor.
You get 6 points of armor. What do you mean?
Like if I wanted to buy a round shield instead.
It has the exact same pluses and minuses. They're the same. So if you'd rather have a round shield instead of a kite shield, you're welcome. On the horse, they still get the minus. You still get the minus on a horse. Because it's considered a big shield. Yeah, you guys are going to get paid as well, and that's why I'm trying to get to the winter phase so I can figure all that out. Here we are, winter phase. Because there's not only your experience rolls, but there's also a personal event, and I totally glossed over that. Okay. Let's do that. Let's start with Gwyneth. Go ahead and give me a D20 roll. Everybody's eventually going to give me a D20 on your personal event. You gave me an 11. Okay. You have a temperate event. Let me find that event. Okay, you make a temperate roll.
Wow.
Okay.
That's something.
You waste your resources on decadent feasts, expensive wine, and luxurious clothes. You have to pay 3 librum from your own treasure. And if you're unable to do that, you must turn to your Lord to pay your debts. Do you have... Oh, by the way, you got married, right?
Yeah.
Didn't your wife have a bunch of librum she gave you? She did.
She has a dowry.
Yep, that's librum that you get in your pocket.
Congrats on a lavish wedding.
Yeah, I think it was quite.
But-
I think it's quite a bit.
I don't think I have the amount.
It's on her sheet.
Her sheet.
Handout. Personalities. Hold on, I'll get there for you. I'll just transfer it to your folder. Robert's Court. Ladies. Lady Gale. I'm dragging it up to Gwyneth.
Oh, right as I found it. Okay.
If you scroll down below her card, she has nothing there. No, she does. She has a significant dowry. See that in the middle?
I'm looking for it.
Right below the picture, above her card.
Below the picture above her card. Not seeing it. Oh, 18 librum.
That's right. -3
And I
because of
spent-
your... Yeah, because of that. Well, you didn't lose any honor.
Wow.
You didn't lose honor
Okay.
because you didn't have to go to Robert. Okay, that was your yearly event. Let's go to Sanson next. Sanson, give me a D20 roll. Oh, by the way, that fumble puts a check by temperate, which you get to roll for experience. Because this is actually
Right
supposed... Yeah, because this is supposed to happen before the experience checks were rolled.
Oh,
Okay, Sanson rolled... Oh, you rolled a 1. That is a chaste or lustful. Do you get to choose?
That sounds like me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you could choose chaste or lustful. It's your choice. And you roll on it.
Consider me, it'll be left.
There you go. For those of you that are curious, Sanson is a pagan. Successful. Okay. What does that mean? That means if you wish, and it's possible, yes, I would say it's possible, but that's only if you wish, you conceive a child.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not with your wife.
Well, it sounds like something I would do, though.
Okay. All right. So you've got there is a child out there. You might not even know about him or her.
Well, if I do find out, I will take care of it.
Absolutely.
Otherwise,
Absolutely. But yeah, there was that girl in Londinium, you got her pregnant. I don't know. Something. There was yeah, you had a child. Note that somewhere on your character sheet. All right, who's next? We got Cadmus. I think Cadmus would be a good roll. Give me a d20. Also, you can do chaste or lustful.
I'll go opposite. I'll go chaste.
Chaste. Okay, make a chaste roll.
It's
Okay, your success. That's
current
good.
year is 511.
It is, yeah. It's the winter of 510, but we're going to be going into 511. Yes. Success. You accept the courtesies of flatterers at court as your due, but you did not encourage them. You didn't gain or lose anything. It was basically just a straight up, you're fine. You resisted all their flattery and all that. All right, finally, Roland, give me d20. Don't roll a 1.
I'll put it under history and event.
That's perfect. That's exactly where I would do it. Valorous, believe it or not. You rolled valorous. I got to scroll till I get there. Okay, hold on. My finger doesn't like this. My scroll wheel doesn't like my finger. Okay. Yep, you're making a valorous roll. And this is something that happened through the year. It doesn't necessarily, it's not something you role play through. It's just something you actually roll dice for, and it's meta. Okay, so you got a success. So that means you took part in a boar hunt. You gained 10 glory and a check on hunting. So what that check on hunting means is
my hunting went up now.
But now you get to roll the experience for hunting. Unless you already
10 glory.
And 10 glory. But did you have
I did not fail it. I did not have it already checked. It's a new check.
Okay. So you can remove the check now and roll it. To see if it goes up. Yeah, it goes up one more point. So now you're a really good hunter.
Like that.
Okay, so we got rid of the events, loyalty, experience rolls. You just did that already. Now we do economic circumstances. This is just a okay. You're basically the clothes you wear, not the armor and not that, but like just your regular, like going out on the town or going into a feast or something like that. The clothes you would wear is worth 1 librum, which is quite a bit. You can keep the librum, or you can repurchase clothing. If you don't repurpose clothing, you get minuses because you look like you're in rags. Okay, so it's basically a wash because Robert provides you with that 1 librum to go buy clothes, but you don't have to. You can try to keep your dirty clothes, or your torn, battle-worn clothing, or you can get new clothes. If you do, you don't gain or lose anything. It's just a wash.
Well, it sounds like I just paid 6 librum for some clothes. So, can I stick with those?
No, that was decadent stuff like wine and women.
You said food and clothes.
And you bought gifts for your wife and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're newly married.
And that was only 3.
New baby.
And it was only 3.
Oh, it was only 3. My bad. I was thinking 6. Let me fix that.
So now there is something called standard of living, which is what we're going into next. You're not an impoverished knight, unless you want to be. You are not a poor knight. You guys are vassals, not even vassals. You're just regular old knights. Okay, so no pluses, no minuses. Okay. You're a household knight. There we go. So your maintenance is paid by your lord. And if you if you're not married, you get 4 librum added to your coppers. So you can just add that and put that in your total amount. And if you are married, which is the 2 older knights, you get 6.
So am I already married? Or
You're married. You married right before the winter phase. Yep. You're not raising emergency coin. Do you need to raise an emergency coin? No, but because you had enough to pay off your debts. Okay. Aging and old age. Nobody here is over 35 years old. As soon as you hit 35, your stats starts to go down. That's senile, senility, characteristic loss. Okay, we're not doing any of that. Nobody's at 35 yet. What? Can't hear you, unless you're not saying anything.
the squires get skills? I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to. But they do add a year to their age. All right, you already did that. Skill improvement, horse survival. Okay, the reason why we're not rolling horse survival is because if your horse was to die, Robert would just give you another horse. So there's no need to roll for that. If it was a situation where you needed to roll, I would force a roll.
Military campaign or something like that. Yeah.
Right. If you went on a quest that was more than a year. Okay, we did the characteristics, getting fat. Yeah, you can increase your size after age 21, but you're not growing upwards, you're growing outwards. Training skills, prestige rewards. Okay, so far so good. Family. Campaign events, natural events, childbirth. Okay, you can spend one of your prestige rewards to guarantee the health of a child, or you can just roll for it. Oh, they had to add this. They said you can only use prestige on your own children. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to ask the 2 married knights, do you want another child? A legitimate child, right? If you do, the mother is going to have to make a constitution roll. And if she had a child last year, she gets a -10. Minus X is the number of years over 35, -1 if she's poor, and -1 more if she's impoverished. But neither one of these, because Robert is keeping you guys in ordinary, so you don't get a minus for that. But and Sanson, you don't. She did not have a child, so you would not get a -10. But I think Gwyneth had a child last year.
That is correct.
So if you try for another child, she'll have a Constitution roll of -10.
I
And
don't think we're trying.
you already know what her Constitution is, right? You got her card. It's on her sheet.
Yeah, she has a constitution of 15.
Yeah, that's not bad. So she'd have to roll a 5. Now, that's not a 5 to have a child. That's just a 5 to look at the chart.
You didn't add mine under Samson. Is there a reason why?
I didn't add your what?
My wife.
I haven't got that far.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it'll probably be happening sometime before next week.
How do you gain prestige? Did we gain any prestige?
You already got your prestige. You get 1 point for every 1,000 glory.
Okay, what can we do with prestige?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that again? How much glory and what was it for?
Okay, the prestige rewards. You get 1 for every 1,000 glory. So you look at your glory. If you got 2,700, then you get 2 prestige rewards. Those can be used to raise a stat or a skill, or they can be used to guarantee conception or a healthy birth.
Ah, that's what I missed. Okay.
But what are the chances of me having a healthy birth with my wife?
She has a 13 con, so you're gonna roll a 13 or less, and then I'm gonna compare that to a chart if you want.
I'll use 1 prestige for a healthy child.
Oh, okay. So you're not raising your stats. Okay.
I got 2 prestige.
Yeah,
How much
you got
it costs for a healthy child?
Okay, just 1.
What's the max you could raise a stat?
Up to its maximum. So everything would be 18 except for your con, which is 21.
I'll raise my dex by 1.
There you go.
That'll be the 2 prestige.
There you go. Okay. So, and you are trying to have a baby, so go ahead and roll the Constitution of 13. Assume the woman is con. If the con is the marriage is barren. Okay, it's not barren. Must roll con, applying the conception. Okay, before the birth of a child, prestige may guarantee a healthy childbirth. Okay, which you already did. You don't have to roll. Yeah, but now you're going to roll for.
Let me put it under events. I had another child.
Roll a d, any die, and even it's a boy, and odd it's a girl. It's 50-50. All right, son, you got a son. You might want to name him. Player characters, no, we're not doing that. And All right. So, Gwyneth, you have a child that is 2 years old. Is that right? The answer is yes. I don't know. Did you fall asleep again?
No, I was muted in two ways.
Okay. If
I
you roll,
believe
if you roll a one, she dies. D20.
okay.
Unless you spend a prestige point. Okay.
No, she's good.
She lives.
But also, I believe she was born this current year that just ended.
Now we roll on the winter phases. So she was born last winter phase. All winter phase. We only roll during the winter phases. So sometime this year she'll become a 1 year old.
Yeah. She was conceived last winter phase.
Okay, so she would become 1 year old. Okay, right. So the die roll was actually 1 to 4. There is a higher.
That infant mortality rate.
It is right. From 2 to 5, it's a 1. You can assume that after 5, they don't have to roll anymore.
Well, I got a 16.
Yep, you're good. Um,
Wires.
that's mutual. That's family survival. Okay, I'm not worried about all that. I roll that off camera. Yeah. So okay, that's the end. You guys are all up to date now. With
Squires don't go up in skill or anything?
I didn't understand that.
Squires don't go up in skills or anything?
The squire skills. If you not unless they perform nightly duties, but I think there is a thing where you can spend points on your squire. Did I just go over that? Did I skip that whole page? Hold on. Squire. Okay, squire rolls. Here we go. Becomes okay. No. Your squire skill is based on their age. So when their age goes up, their skill automatically goes up.
I got something weird. You said put 6 under, but there's no name for it. But you said you would take care of that after. What is the 6 for?
What are you talking about?
You said add a box and put 6 there, but you never said what it's for. Nightly skills or something.
Okay. Okay, hang on. It's probably when everybody got their squires. Um, Let me scroll up to acquiring squires because everybody needs this anyway. So, starting squires. No, that's not it. Becoming a knight. That is probably it. Squire. Okay, here we go. No, that's not it. Okay. For those of you that don't know, a squire normally has his own set of armor. He's got a round shield, which is very similar to your kite shield. They normally have a spear, a dagger, and they ride on your one of your rouncies. So they have. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna do Control F. Okay. That says go to page 211. So let's go to page 211. Squire skill. Here we go. Um, there's Squire background modifiers, which I think we might. There, none of them is a 6, so I don't know where that came from. Everybody can roll. Those of you that have new squires, you need to roll a d20 so I can tell you what kind of a squire he is. Your okay, a 15 is called a second son of a vassal knight. They have a squire skill of +0 and a knightly skill of +0. And we'll talk about that here in just a moment. And then
What's
I
their
think
skill in the daytime?
probably their squire skill.
I think the 6 was knightly skill.
Yeah, we got the squire skill is normally a 15 with modifiers from the background. And then if I need to do a specific skill, then it would start at 5.
So mine has no plus or minuses to skill.
No plus or minuses, right?
Gotcha.
And that's it. Now you might have rolled a 6 on the table. That might have been because there is no plus or minus 6 on any of these. If you rolled a
It was for like knightly skills.
yeah. If you rolled a 6, he would have been a younger son of a vassal knight, and I think that is correct. Do you remember what you rolled? Probably not. But a
So
6.
I was waiting to add this. I think what he's referring to was the total knightly skill because that was supposed to go up as they get older as well. And so that they had aged to have a 6 instead of 5.
It
is
could
what I
be
think
because
he's referring to.
it's normally the age minus 9.
Yes, because mine and Sanson's squires are now 16.
Yep,
So they would be at a 7 nightly now.
that sounds right. That sounds exactly
So
right.
the name we should put on that is a nightly skill.
Yeah.
As a name bar.
Cadmus, are you back yet? He said he's going AFK. I need him to roll his type of squire. Yeah, but the squire has a squire skill of 15. That stays the same. And the knightly skill is the age minus 9, which almost always is going to start at 5, and then it just goes up by 1 every year.
And at 10, they can try to be a knight.
If their knightly skill is 10, yeah. And they're at least 18 years old. Which they wouldn't be. They would have to be 20, right? No, minus 9. Minus 9, they could be 19.
19.
Yeah. Now, there is a way to raise individual skills, but that's only if they perform individual skill tasks, which that's not going to happen regularly. It might happen periodically. Okay, Cadmus, I need you to roll a d20 to see the background of your squire. And please put that in the notes for your squire. You roll, okay. He is the heir of a vassal knight, which means he gets a +2 on his squire skill. So instead of a 15, he has a 17.
High performer.
And his knightly skills, he gets a +1. So, knightly skills is the age minus 9. But this one gets a +1.
And mine says a son of Esquire.
Oh, son of an esquire. Okay. Yeah, that is a option. And if he's son of an esquire, his squire skill is -2, and his knightly skills are -1. An esquire is someone that was a squire, reached the age of 21, but did not qualify to become a knight. So he stopped being a regular squire. He became an esquire, which means he's not a knight, not a full-fledged knight at the time.
Oh, it says son of Esquire.
Yeah, he's son of an esquire, so he's -2 squire skill, -1 knightly skill. I'm just describing what an
Okay.
esquire is.
Yeah, I also had a son of an esquire, and that makes sense for the squire skill being as low as it was.
Yeah, I think both of you rolled a son of esquire. I'm trying to remember, but I think that is
Yep.
correct.
Well, I have son of an esquire written down, but yes,
Okay,
I think
perfect.
we did match.
Okay, so that is everybody's winter phase. It is now 5/11 is the year, if you want to note the current year, and something happens. Obviously, well, we have a birth, a son is born. What's his name? Did you name him?
I'll name him later.
Name him later. All right, that's fine.
If he survives the first year.
If he survives the first. If you want, you can let the mother name him.
That's a thing, right?
I'll call him Roland.
Real
You know,
pragmatic
get
things.
everybody really confused. Okay.
Yeah, 3 Rollins. Kid rolling, squire rolling, knight rolling.
Exactly. Let's get to the next story. It is 511. Something happens in 511. I can't remember what it is, which is a good thing because I never like knowing. I think this is it. And this is a synopsis. I don't want that. The year. Oh my God, I can't speak. All right. The year is 511, and King Arthur once again holds court at Carlion on Pentecost. It is not unusual for kings to move from town to town over the course of their year, but it is clear that Arthur nurtures a special fondness for this city, as he spends most of his time here. Now, with warmer weather upon the land and the start of the campaigning season looming, he has called upon his barons to sit in council and discuss the challenges of his young rule. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, that means Robert and his household are going to travel to Carlion to attend this court. And I believe you are going with, because you are required to. Not an option. Okay, so for those of you not familiar with Carlion, it would be, oh, and your squires are coming, and all your horses and all that, but that doesn't mean everything that's in your chest is coming with you. You need to have somewhere, one of your boxes on your character sheet need to have stuff in the chest that is left behind at Salisbury, so that you don't say, like, I'm carrying XYZ when you're not. But let me jump to this map. Just to kind of get what? I didn't jump to the map. There we go. This is Carlion. This is, it looks like an old Roman marching fort, but there were buildings built on the inside of it. There were stone walls built around the outer edge. You were here just a year ago when there was a big siege on Carlion by King Lot and his army, and you fought back. Yeah, okay, that doesn't tell me anything.
Is there much left? I have to leave pretty soon.
No, I'm just gonna get you started. We're not gonna get too deep into the woods. Okay, the year is 510. King Arthur is asking for a court. Okay. There is, when you arrive, there is a big feast. Everybody sits in attendance at the feast, you included. All the knights are there. Squires are utilized as servants, and pages as well. And then there are other, like, ladies there. There are, normally this might encompass what's called a feast, which is a game mechanic, but in this case, it's not. It's just narrative. The first night, King Arthur rises and gives an extraordinary speech, and then at the end of the speech, we'll call it for the night. We are of many lands, but the order of knighthood unites us all. We all, even though hailing from different kingdoms and speaking different tongues, are leaders of men, acknowledged superior to those who are beneath us. We have the same rights in our own lands, and we have more in common with each other than with the commoners we lead. The order of knighthood is a sacred institution. After Adam was given from the Garden of Eden, men fell into war amongst themselves. As a result, the order of knighthood was instituted by the wise to lead and protect mankind from itself and from outside enemies alike. Since then, fathers have enjoined their sons to the task, and the institution has been blessed by time. Even, and this is not what he says, even traditional rivals like Duke Ulfius and King Lot meet this, King Lack, not Lot, that would be bad, King Lack, meet this speech with approval. Everyone seems to agree that knighthood creates bonds that transcend petty politics. If you want to make an intrigue roll, go ahead, I assume. Everybody make an intrigue roll. Okay, Cadmus identifies this. Roland, okay. The younger squires recognize that everyone seems to agree, but in private, agendas of allies might bedevil Arthur. So even though they agree with him, they still have, there are people that might want something different than what he wants. It's possible. King Elaine of Escavalon wishes to go after the northern kings immediately. He wants to attack King Lot and all of them up north and send aid to the Saxons of Dara to attack the rebels as well. Duke Ulfius, who you guys have a direct tie with, leads a group that advocates a campaign against Saxons to the south, which is on the border of Salisbury and all that. Older knights like Sir Ector and Sir Bracius suggest caution and the need for more time to whip the army into shape. Because remember, your army was pretty much almost wiped out about a year ago. You have been in Carlion for 3 days when Arthur summons you to his bedchamber. This is the most private place in the castle, and going there means something very special is going on. You have to pass several guard posts, at each of which they ask you your names and where you're going. After hearing the facts, the guards let you pass. Okay, so when you go into Arthur's bedroom, Merlin is there with the king. No one else is. And that's where we're going to call it for the night.
Yeah, Samson's very honored
Nice.
to meet the king personally.
You're going to meet the king personally, and Merlin is there, and they look like they've got some kind of plan brewing or concocting.
I would be surprised if Merlin didn't.
Right.
He's already got
If you see Merlin, there's a plan going on.
It's too late. You're already part of it.
Yeah, you're already part of it.
Well, why were you summoned? That's my question. Who am I to be
I'm
summoned
sure
in front
they'll
of the
tell us
king?
just enough that we don't ruin it.
Expendable. That's who we are.
Yeah.
That is probably the top of the list. But yeah, you guys are going to have a little bit of time if you want to explore the town. I know I kind of like rushed you into the meeting with Arthur and Merlin, but if you want to spend a day or so kind of checking out Carlian, I would allow that. That'd be no problem. If you guys
Well, we
wanted.
did protect Arthur during first engagement.
That's right. You were present for that, and he did have to pay your ransom, and maybe he's asking you here to repay it.
Well, we got a mask.
that-
We got a Barghast coat for you. How's that?
That's right. That's right. All right.
I guess I'd say we weren't present during whatever problem is.
Yeah,
Need to
we
be
do
solved.
owe him a favor for
Yep.
paying our ransom.
That's probably why. I'm guessing as a third party. I'm trying not to reveal any.
I'm just spitballing ideas.
Right. Exactly.
So
All
what's
right.
special about us? Well, we weren't there for the past couple months, which means something probably happened and he's outside.
That's right.
Yeah,
You've been gone for a few months, and then you went to Salisbury where you performed your nightly duties while you were there. Someone got married and had a child, and yeah.
Oh no, Arthur wants your child.
Well, Arthur's not kind. Arthur's maybe Morgan might want to do that, but Arthur's not that kind of a person. But yeah,
Well, I was
Fair enough.
maybe
And,
Merlin.
ill-
Merlin might want your child.
worried about what the request would be when we were invited to his bedchambers, but I figured,
Right. Some sort of initiation.
promotion's a promotion.
That's right. Strip down and turn around. He wants to
guys.
see. Yeah. All right. I will see you
Yeah,
guys.
see you guys.
And
Yeah, nice to meet
Sanson.
you too, and thanks for running that.
Oh, you're very welcome. And Shogun, you can expect more details about your wife in her artwork before next week.
Awesome. See you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye. I think he wasn't even here to hear that, but that's okay. All right, guys. Well, thank everybody for hanging out with me while we played our Pendragon game. This is where the campaign. Let me rephrase this. This is still part of the tutorial adventures. Once this whole section is done, then we will progress to what's called the Gray Night, and the Gray Night is where the campaign really begins. But you can expect that to happen probably 4 more sessions, because this is a pretty long portion of the campaign, this little session that's about to happen. All right, guys, I will catch you all next week, next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And thank you for hanging out with us. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like this game. Tell your friends, and I will catch you next time.
Tiny soldiers on the table march in line. Painted shields and swords, they shine so fine. Dice roll like thunder, sealing fate. In this battle of ours, let's not be late. Wargaming in miniature, no war too small. Battles on the tabletop, we'll conquer all. Heroes made of plastic. Kings and castles rise where soda cans stood. Mountains made of books, it's a cardboard wood.